वनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। जय प्रभुपाद की जय हो। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सगणा रघुनाथावितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्यदेवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पादा सहगणा ललिता श्री विशाखावितांश्च नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण प्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिने इति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे नमो महावदान्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामिने गौरद्विषे नमः नमो ब्राह्मण देवाय गो ब्राह्मण हिताय च जगद्गीताय कृष्णाय गोविंदाय नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। जय प्रभुपाद की जय हो। Today we are reciting the shloka starting from the 21 chapter 87 personification of Vedas Shruti। श्री प्रभुपाद की जय। श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय हो। दुर्वगमात्मतत्त्वनिगमाय तवात्तनोष चरित महाभृतापि परिवर्तन परिश्रमणः न परिलक्ष्यन्ति केचिदपवर्गमपीश्वरते चरोण सरोज हंस कुल संग विसृष्ट गृहा। My Lord, some fortunate souls have gotten relief from the fatigue of material life by diving into the vast nectar ocean of your pastime, which you enact when you manifest your personal form to propagate the unfathomable science of the self. This rare soul, indifferent even to liberation, renounced the happiness of home and family because of their association with devotees who are like flocks of swans enjoying at the lotus of your feet. अर्चना माता जी प्लीज आप शेयर करेंगे फाइल इफ पॉसिबल, अदरवाइज संजीव प्रभु जी।
Yes, Mataji, I'm sharing.
हाँ हाँ ओके मैम, थैंक यू माता जी। आई फॉरगॉट टू टेल यू। त्वदनुपथं कुलायमिदम् आत्मा सुहृत् प्रियवत् चरति यथोन्मुखे त्वयि हिते प्रियात्मनि च नवतरमन्त्यहो असदुपासनयात्महो आत्महनो यदनुशया भ्रमन्त्युरुभये कुशरीरभृतः। When this human body is used for your devotional service, It acts as oneself, friend, and beloved. But unfortunately, although you always show mercy to the conditioned soul and affectionately help them in every way, and although you are their true self, people in general fail to delight in you. Instead, they commit spiritual suicide by worshipping illusion, alas, because they persistently hope for success in their devotion to the unreal. They continue to wander about this greedy, fearful world, assuming various degraded bodies. निभृतं निभृतमरुन्मनो मनोक्षदृढयोगयुजोरिदीय हृदयन् मुनय उपासते तदरयोऽपि ययुस्मरणात् त्रिय उरगेन्द्रभोगभुजदण्ड विषक्त धियो वयमपि ते समदृशोऽङ्घ्रिसरोजसुधाः. Simply by constantly thinking of Him, the enemies of the Lord attain the same supreme truth whom sages fixed in yoga worship by controlling their breath, mind, and senses. Similarly, we Shrutis, who generally see you as all pervading, will achieve the same nectar from your lotus feet that your consort are able to release because of their loving attraction to your mighty serpentine arms. For you look upon us and your consort in the same way. क इह नु वेद बतावजन्मलयो अग्रसरम् यत् उद्गात् यद् उदगात् ऋषिर्मनुदेवगणा उभये तर्हि न सन्न चासुदभयं न च कालजवः किमपि न तत्र शास्त्रं वकृष्य शयित यदा. Even one, everyone in this world has recently been born and will soon die. So how can anyone here know him who existed prior to everything else and who gave rise to the first learned sages, Brahma, and all subsequent demigods, both lesser and greater? When he lies down and withdraws everything within himself, nothing else remains. No gross or subtle matter or bodies composed of these, no force of time or revealed scriptures. जनिमसतसतो मृतिमृतात्मनि ये च भिदाम् विपणमृतं उपदिशन्ति त आरूपितेः त्रिगुणमय पुमानिति भिदां यदबोधकृता त्वयि न ततः परत्र स भवेदवबोधरसे. Suppose Suppose authorities who declare that matter is the origin of existence, that the permanent qualities of the soul can be destroyed, that the self is compounded of separate aspects of spirit and matter, or that material transactions continue reality. All such authorities base their teachings on mistaken ideas that hide the truth. The dualistic conceptions that the living entity is produced from the three modes of nature is simply a product of ignorance. Such a conception has no real basis in you, for you are transcendental to all illusions and always enjoy perfect and total awareness. सदीमनस्त्रियवृत्तै विभात्य सदा मनुजात् तदभिस्मृशन्त्य शेषमिदमात्म तया आत्मवीतः न हि विकृतिं त्यजन्ति कनकस्य तदात्मतया स्वकृतमनुप्रविष्टमिदमात्मतया आत्मतया वसीतम्. The three modes of material nature comprise everything in this world, from the simplest phenomena to the complex human body. Although these phenomena appear real, they are only a false reflection of the spiritual reality, being a supreme position of the mind upon you. The still those who know the Supreme Self consider the entire material creation to be real, inasmuch as it is non different from the self, just as things made of gold are indeed not to be rejected, since their substance is actual gold. So this would be understood undoubtedly non different from the Lord who created it and then entered within it. तव पर्येचरन्त्यखिलसत्त्वनिकेततया त उत्पदाक्रमन्त्य विगण्य च शिरो निरुद्धे परिवयसे पशुनिव गिरा विबुधान् पीताम् त्वयि कृतसौहृदा खलु पुनन्ति न ये विमुखः. The devotees who worship you as the shelter of the being disregard death and place their feet on his head. But with the words of the Vedas, you bind the non devotees like animals, though they be vastly learned scholars. It is your affectionate devotees who can purify themselves and others, not those who are inimical to you. त्वम् अकर्णस्वराटखिलकारकशकि अखिलकारकशक्तिधरस्तव बलिम् उदवहन्ति समदन्त्य शयानिमीशः वर्षभुजोऽखिलक्षितिपतेरिव विश्वसृजो विदधति यत्र ये त्वधिकृता भवतश्च भवश्चकितः. Though you have no material senses, you are the self-effulgent sustainer of everyone's sensory powers. The demigod and material nature herself offer you tribute while you also enjoying the tribute offered them by their worshippers, just as subordinate rules of various districts in a kingdom offer tribute to their lord, the ultimate proprietor of the land, while also enjoying the tribute paid by their own subjects. In this way, the universal creators faithfully execute their assigned services out of fear of you. स्थिर स्थिरचरजातय स्यूरजयोऽथ निमित्तयुजो विहर उदीक्षया यदि परस्य विमुक्ततत्तः न हि परमस्य कश्चिदपरो न पश्यत् परस्य भवेत् वियत इवापदस्य तव शून्यतुलां ददत्तः. O eternally liberated transcendental Lord, your material energy causes the various moving and non moving species of life to appear by activating their material desires. But only when and if you sport with her by briefing glancing at her. You, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, see no one as an intimate friend and no one is a stranger. Just as the ethereal sky has no connection with perceptible qualities. In this sense, you resemble a void. अपरिमिता ध्रुवास्तनुभृतो यदि सर्वगतास्तर्हि न सासेतिति नियमो ध्रुवनेतरथा अजनी च यन्मयं तदविमुच्य नियन्त्रो भवेत् सममनुजानतां यदमतं मतदृष्टतया. If the countless living entities were all pervading and possessed from from forms that never change, you could not possibly by their absolute ruler, O immutable one. But since they are your localized expansions and their forms are subject to change, you do control them. Indeed, that while supplies the ingredients for the generations of something is necessary. It is it controls because a product never exists apart from its ingredient cause. It is simply an illusion for someone to think that he knows the Supreme Lord, who is equally present in each of his expansions, since whatever knowledge one gains by material means must be imperfect. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Shri Prabhupada ki jai ho, Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai ho. Thank you, Prabhuji, for so wonderful seva. Hare Krishna. Dandavat pranam to all devotees.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you very much. So now I'll do the Mangalacharan, then we will start with the recap for today. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितां तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधाकांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि प्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। मूकं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दिनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं Shri Chaitanya Ishwaran. Hare Krishna, welcome dear devotees. Today we will do the recap for the last week's lesson number 130. 130. So this is one set of chapters, lessons from chapter number 87. Chapter number 87 is the prayers of the Vedas, personified Vedas. So the Shrutis are praying to Krishna, describing him. So, and his beauty, his qualities, and their relationship with him. So this entire section is divided by Charu Prabhuji into 6 lessons, is it? 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, yes. So 6 lessons. And we are doing the 130th lesson. Lesson number 130, the recap for this. So this is what is this lesson talking about? This lesson is talking about the theme. The theme is what that how. Okay, we'll go to the. These are the major 28 shrutis they are going to talk. So we are going to talk about this. What is that? The nature and understanding of Paramatma and Jivatma's interrelationship, and how bhakti, that is the transformative power of devotion, that is bhakti, how bhakti helps the Jivatma connect with the Paramatma. So this is the major theme of this our lesson today, our recap of that lesson which Charu Prabhu did it last week. All right. So now he has divided this lesson. He has taken 5 shlokas. What are the 5 shlokas he took? He's taken text 18, 19, 20, 21, and 22 from the 87th chapter. And this is the lesson number 130. So from this, we are going to do one by one. So let us do what does the first 18th verse, what does the first verse talk about? So I will just give you in a brief. Okay, here Prabhu has given from gross to subtle, the ascent of consciousness in worship. So what does this mean? Less advanced yogis. Now yogis, we are talking about dhyana yogis right now. Okay, dhyana yogis. We know from the 6th chapter of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. 6th chapter is about dhyana yoga. So in that we saw how the dhyana yogis are performing dhyana. So less advanced yogis, they are less advanced, and they, what do they worship? They worship the Lord as present in the region of the abdomen. Now, why is this abdomen talked about? This is because the Dhyan yogis, they start from, they have chakras. They're going to meditate on the different chakras in the body, starting with the base of the spine. So at the base of the spine is called the Mooladhara chakra. The Mooladhara chakra, from there, they go slowly higher and higher and higher and higher, and until they reach the base of the top of the head. And from there, from the middle of this head here, called Brahmarandra, from there they just exit out of the body. The soul exits out of the body. And when doing this, the yogi is performed his perfect yoga sadhana, and he never returns back. So this less advanced yogi, they worship the Lord. So they have not reached the level till here. So they have reached the level only till the stomach part. So they are worshipping the Lord as present in the region of the abdomen. That is the chakra. Then the next level they are called as arunis. So the next level of the yogis, they are worshipping the Lord present in the heart. So it's higher, isn't it? Yeah. So gradually they are moving up to the head. Then when they move to the head, they get the direct darshan, face-to-face darshan of Krishna, of the Lord. Well, in the Paramatma feature, but they get the darshan of the Lord. And then from here, they pass out through the top of the head, and then they become liberated. Now, once they pass out of the head and they become liberated, then they never come back to this material world. Never come back to this material world. So this is shloka number 18. So as we go on, should we do that, or okay, maybe I'll just give a brief recap of all the shlokas here itself. Then it will be easier for us to concentrate. What about the second one? That is the 19th shloka. Here, the Paramatma's manifestation and its relationship with the material world. So what is the relationship of Paramatma, Jivatma? And the Paramatma, not Jivatma, Paramatma and this material world. So even in the, we have studied, I was not present, but maybe the devotees here were present when you discussed about the Shat Sandarbhas of Srila Jiva Goswami. In that, there is a Paramatma Sandarbha. In the Paramatma Sandarbha, the three aspects are material energy, Paramatma, and Jivatma. So the connection between Paramatma and material energy and Jivatma, Jivatma and Paramatma, all was given in the Paramatma Sandarbha, right? So here also, this is being discussed. So in the 19th, what happens? 19th shloka, the super soul is entering into various species in this material world, whatever he only has created, right? Paramatma only has created all these material species, and he is entering into them. And so he enters, and then he is inspiring them, inspiring each and every person, each and every Jivatma, to act according to that Jivatma's position, whichever position that Jivatma has been put into, whichever body. So only a pure soul in this, all these various species. Okay, so in all these various species, only a pure soul, he can see Krishna, I mean the Paramatma, as a permanent reality. And then among all the other impermanent relationships he has with all the other thing. He only permanent reality is Paramatma. All the other Jivatmas are having this material body, and this material body is impermanent. So only a pure soul will remember that. That is the second part. Then the third part is the nature of the Jivatma and Paramatma interrelationship. So a Jivatma is, although living in different bodies, Jivatma is living in many, many bodies, isn't it? But even though he's getting those gross and subtle bodies, he's not actually touched by that. It is covering, but it says that it's not covering in the sense the Jivatma is not getting amalgamated with the gross and the subtle bodies. He's distinct. He's distinct from the gross and subtle. He's always Shuddha. He's always pure. He's never getting impure by amalgamating with these gross and subtle bodies. So, because he's being the part and parcel of the Supreme, the Jivatma is a part and parcel of the Supreme, right? So the learned sages, they know this. They know this. And because of this, they have this faith is imbued in them, because they know they are the part and parcels of the Lord, and they're imbued with this faith, and they worship Krishna. They worship the lotus feet of Paramatma, or lotus feet of Krishna. Then we come to the 21st. Here it says supreme bliss of bhakti, a profound journey into divine pastimes. So here now we come already to bhakti. Okay, so from dhyana, slowly we are coming to bhakti. So some fortunate souls, they get relief from this material world by, how do they get? It's mentioned in the verse that they get, in the translation it's mentioned that by diving into the pastimes of Krishna, when they dive into the pastimes of the Lord, they get relief from this material world, this material miseries, whatever they are having, they get relief from that. And they become even moksha laguta kritya. Have you heard of this verse? This word, it comes when we are discussing about Madhurya Kadambini. We discuss about Krishna Chakravarti Thakur is talking about how the creeper is growing. So in that we have this moksha laguta krit, if you know. We have done that course also in this. So even the liberation becomes insignificant. They become indifferent to liberation. Okay, liberation is there, we don't care. We are renouncing everything only for the sake of association of devotees and getting bhakti toward Krishna. So that is important. All the other things are not important, because liberation is considered the highest, isn't it? So even that is considered as insignificant. So then the last verse is the illusion of material attachment is a call to devotional service. So what does this verse say? Here it says that when we are given this body, isn't it? We are given this body, these eyes, these ears, this nose, this tongue and all that. So when we are using this body to serve Krishna, it becomes our friend. This body becomes our friend and everything. And Krishna also helps us in every way. So sometimes, in some cases, in spite of all this also, some of them, they commit spiritual suicide. It's mentioned in the verse, spiritual suicide. Why? Because they are worshipping the illusion, the illusory form. That is, what is the illusory form? They worship, instead of worshipping Krishna, they worship Maya, and they get entangled in this illusion. And because of that, they are always caught up in the cycle of birth and death. So now this is the in short. So after this, we will go on to the question and answers. So first of all, we will start with the introduction. So 18 to 22 of the 50 shlokas. Okay. So here we are going to talk about what is the overview? So we already done this overview. So we'll go on to the next slide. Yeah, this we did the overview just now. So Prabhu has divided into 9 points, what I already explained to you in short. So we let us concentrate on the shlokas itself. We are talking about shloka number 18. So let's do this. We already saw in shloka number 18 what was happening, that there are different levels of worship. So of the Paramatma. So who can tell me what are the different levels of worship of the Paramatma discussed in the verse? In this verse. In this verse, we only seeing two levels, right?
Yeah, yeah. Worshipping, Hare Krishna Mataji. Worshipping in the abdomen, okay, that is one, and then worship in the heart.
In the
Okay,
heart.
that is
So in the abdomen and in the heart. The Paramatma not worshipping the abdomen itself, worshipping that Lord Chakra within the
chakra.
abdomen.
Yeah.
Or the
Yeah, that Udaram. Yeah.
Lord
Yeah.
present within the abdomen, or Lord present within the heart. Yes, Prabhu, wonderful. That's nice. So then second question again is, what are the individual worshippers in the beginning stage of the spiritual perception called? What are they called? And in what form is Paramatma perceived? And what does this reflect? Okay, all this is one question.
Krupa Drusha, right?
Yes, Krupa Drusha, very good.
And they
And in
worship the
what form
form
is
of
Paramatma
Vaishnava,
seen?
Vaishvanara.
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 Vaishvanara. Okay. And what does this reflect? What is this Krupa Drusha and Paramatma as Vaishvanara? What does this reflect?
It's a Kriya Shakti. Like it's a
Kriya Shakti.
foundational
What does
level.
it mean?
Foundational level of worship grounded in material understanding of divine, focusing only on Paramatma within the abdomen.
Yes, correct. Focusing on Paramatma within the abdomen. And this is the main thing. And it reflects what?
Actually, Mataji, Krishna also tells in Bhagavad Gita that
yeah,
I
we are
am.
doing that. We are doing that.
Okay.
15.14, Prabhu. Are you going to talk about that?
Okay.
That is coming shortly. Aham Vaishvanara Bhutva, right? You're going to talk about that, right, Prabhu?
Yes, that's
Yes, that is coming shortly. That is coming the next issue. I am asking what this particular thing is reflecting. It is reflecting limited spiritual awareness. That means awareness is there, spiritual awareness is there, but it is limited. And
but if I think that Paramatma is there in everyone, okay, as this particular Agni, okay, in abdomen, then that is basically expanded thinking, right, Mataji? Yeah.
This is because you are seeing him in one realization only, like Annamaya realization. Only Annamaya. You are not talking about Pranamaya, Vijnanamaya, Jnanamaya. No, only one.
No, we are not talking those. Okay.
So you are
Just
limited.
Annamaya Kosh. Yeah.
Limited. That is what is the reflection. It reflects that person is seeing only in the abdomen. That means person is seeing a limited spiritual awareness. So that's why he's still a baby in his yoga ladder. Yoga ladder is just climbing. It's a yoga rudha, he's just climbing one step after one step. That is how the chakras go, right? From Muladhara chakra. They go higher and higher until they reach the Brahmarandra. So that is the basic. So abdomen means it is still at a lower stage. So what we want to say, it's reflecting the limited spiritual awareness. A spiritual awareness is there. He's already on the path, but it's limited. Okay, because they are struggling. They don't have deeper knowledge of the divine. They don't have deeper knowledge and they're struggling. So when you see, when you're trying to get on a horse, what you will be doing? You'll be struggling, no? You'll be holding and you'll be trying to climb up. Yes or no? So that is called as Yoga Rudha. So trying to Yoga Rurukshu, actually. That is the beginning, isn't it? If you remember the 6th chapter, in that Yoga Rurukshu means he's trying to get up on the horse. Prabhupada gives this example. He's trying to get up on the horse. So when he's trying to get up on the horse, it's very difficult. He's like taking so much of effort. And his knowledge is very limited. Once he climbs the horse, it becomes Yoga Rud. So when he climbs the horse, become Yoga Rud, then he's got another experience, higher experience. Okay. So I hope you got this point. Shall we continue?
Yes, Mataji. Yes.
Yes,
Question number-
Mataji. Yes.
Question number 3 is, how do more advanced devotees see Paramatma and what does this imply? So that is coming to the Arunis. Arunis are the one who see the Paramatma within the heart. Okay, so please tell me.
This one is a little bit of advanced yogis. Maybe we can't call it as a devotees. Okay, Paramatma is there in a heart, Mataji, in everyone's
They
heart.
see him in the heart. Instead of seeing in the stomach, abdomen,
Stomach.
they see him in the heart.
Heart.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then question is, what is the question? What does this reflect? What does this imply?
Okay.
This journey goes from gross to subtle understanding
Yes, correct.
of divinity.
Yes.
And it also underlines a transformative path towards recognizing the Supreme Soul.
Yes, correct. So journey is going now from gross to subtle. From gross to subtle. So understanding of divinity is now becoming more and more profound, right? And then we can see how it is going, it's transforming. The devotion is transforming, bhakti is transforming his level and is going to now recognize the super soul, supreme soul. Okay, so that is his position. Okay, shall we go to the next? Here we are talking about the journey of the Jivatma. So where is going, how is going, and the ultimate realization. So Prabhu has divided it into 5 parts, right? We did the first part. Now we are doing the second and the third part, and still more to go. So the same 18th shloka we are going to do now. How is the soul inspired on its journey from the heart to the top of the head? How is it going, right? Journey is going from stomach to the head. So how is it going? How is the path inspired?
From heart to crown, it represents that evolution of consciousness and spiritual awakening. And it motivates every spiritual practitioner towards higher level of awareness and understanding.
Yes. So how it is, what is it doing? It is inspiring and motivating.
Inspiring everyone, motivating.
Whom? The spiritual practice. Only one who is trying to do
Practitioner.
spiritual yoga.
Spiritual
Yes.
practice.
Yeah.
Motivate
And he's
us
guiding
to
them towards higher level.
higher levels.
Who is doing that?
Yogi.
Super soul. Mataji.
Super soul, correct. So super soul is guiding, na? Then the soul is taking the help and he is getting inspired by the super soul. Okay. And he is going higher and higher towards awareness and understanding.
So here the understanding is that, Mataji, is that through meditation, that person is endeavoring or putting the efforts, and then Super Soul is helping out.
Yes, correct.
Okay. That is like a silent meditation or meditation on emptiness. Yeah.
Second question, how does the
माता
jiva?
जी यहाँ पे हम कह सकते हैं चैत्य गुरु उनको गाइड करते हैं हमारे
गुरु में चैत्य गुरु ना?
हाँ परमात्मा right.
चैत्य गुरु.
But here all meditation on emptiness only. Correct, Mataji?
Huh?
Meditation is on emptiness, void.
Paramatma, Prabhu, not emptiness, not void.
Not in Paramatma.
Not void.
Okay.
Paramatma.
Not void. Okay.
Okay, next question. How does the Jivatma achieve liberation?
He is not going to take birth again. Okay. The beyond the cycle of material life. Okay.
Okay, ultimate goal is to what? To get liberated, right?
Get liberated. That is what for them. Yes. Yes.
Ultimate goal. Ultimate, that is my destination.
That
So
is the
how is
destination.
it getting destination, that destination?
By bhakti process.
By
Bhakti process.
bhakti process, as well as by this. It
Jnana
is.
Yoga.
Sorry, Mataji.
By Jnana Yoga.
Yes, Jnana Yoga, Dhyana Yoga. Yeah, Dhyana Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga. Yoga means to merge with the Lord or to unite with the Lord. So unite in many ways, right? So here we are doing Dhyana Yoga. We are talking about Dhyana Yoga. Bhakti Yoga also is mixed. Without Bhakti Yoga, you cannot move anyway. Dhyana also you are doing, but still there is element of Bhakti. Because there is element of Bhakti only, the Dhyana gives any fruit. Otherwise, even
This
liberation.
is Mataji called Jnana Mishrit Bhakti.
हाँ,
है ना?
Mishra Bhakti, yes. Mishra Bhakti.
Some attachment to Supreme.
Yoga
He-
Mishra, Jnana Mishra, Jnana Mishra, whatever you can say. This is a Mishra Bhakti. Yes. Sangha Siddha.
But for them, in this particular situation, Mataji, for them, like God, maybe they are meditating on Supreme, but the Supreme may not be having a form. Can we think in that way?
Here they
Yeah.
have form, Prabhu, because we are talking about Dhyana Yoga. In Dhyana Yoga, you have the Lord has a form. As we go on further, you will see. Lord has a form, and that is what they are seeing, the Paramatma feature. You know the Paramatma form? Shankha Chakra Gada Padma. That Paramatma form only they are seeing in Dhyana Yoga.
Okay.
If you are talking about the Jnanis and they're merging into the Brahman, they don't have any. But here we are talking about Dhyana Yoga.
Jnana Yoga.
Dhyana Yoga, they have form, Prabhu.
Okay.
It is Savishesha Brahma only,
Yeah,
not
understood.
Nirvishesha.
Formless is Jnana, form is Dhyana.
Dhyana, correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
They
Got it.
are Brahmavadi.
They are Brahmavadis, correct. They are Savishesha Brahmavadis.
Mayavadis.
Yes. Okay, then we go to the next point. We'll go to the next. Yes. What does the Prasad Prabhu, you can see because you had mentioned this. What does Bhagavad Gita Shloka 15.14 illustrate?
It says that I am, okay, that Jataragni.
Fire of digestion.
I am the one who is helping every jiva, okay,
Yes.
whatever they takes for the digestion point, digestion. Yeah.
That is the basic understanding. Then,
Yes.
next, connecting the divine to the fundamental bodily process what digestion is bodily process, right? Digestion is bodily process. But connection is there, Krishna's connection, connecting the divine to that. Okay. So, therefore, it is highlighting the material dimension of worship. So, now we are worshipping to Krishna, to Paramatma, to Jataragni, but it's the material dimension.
Oh.
Okay, material dimension. It is worshipping the Lord because, oh Lord, you're digesting my food, you're everywhere in everybody's stomach as Jataragni. Okay, so please tell me, what do the other Upanishads discuss on these points? Someone can tell? Other Upanishads, what are they discussing?
Shvetashvara.
Svetashvatara Upanishad.
Shvetashvara Upanishad and Chandogya Upanishad.
And what are they doing? What are they saying? Svetashvatara is saying what?
They are saying that super soul personality of God is pervading. Paramatma emphasizes that his guiding role towards self-realization. He guides us towards self-realization.
Yeah. Like Badal Prabhu said just now. So who helps us?
Yeah.
Paramatma. Paramatma is helping us.
Paramatma. Yeah, he's helping
He's
us.
all
And
pervading.
then,
Yes, correct. Then what is Chandogya Upanishad saying?
it discusses the critical role of the Susumna channel in overcoming death, and how it transforms the essence of spiritual practice. It helps to gain the spiritual practice.
So there are pranic channels, okay? Pranic channels. There are several pranic channels within this. The chakras are moving, right? There are so many pranic channels. So in that, the main channel which is pushing the consciousness is which one? Sushumna. This is Sushumna. Sushumna channel is bringing the the soul from all the different chakras. It is bringing it up and up and up, and then it is making it go out of this Brahmarandra. And that is because of that we can overcome death. Because you come out from here at a right time, then you can overcome death. Okay, so this is reinforcing the transformative essence of spiritual practice. Hope it is clear. This is what the Upanishads are saying. Okay, devotees. What is the main thrust of the personified Vedas? Shrutis. What are the Shrutis? What is the main thing here in this 18th shloka? Then we can move on to 19th.
They are the navigators on the spiritual path, and they give us progress and the vision of the divine, and they also give us realization on our transcendenting limitations and material position of God. And it embraces the inner presence of the super soul. It supports us and gives us a clear view, ultimately leading to liberation and everlasting existence.
So finally, it is guiding us. What is it doing? The Shrutis are saying that they are serving as a vital navigators. Means what? They are giving us navigation. They are telling navigation means like in a car also you have GPS, right? Telling you where to go, this way, that way, this way, this way. Without that, you are lost. So like that, without Shrutis, we are lost. Without Vedas, we are lost. We don't know what to do. The Vedas are telling us, they are like GPS for us, to giving us this on this spiritual path. Walk here. Maybe Prasad Prabhu can mute.
Sorry.
Okay, thank you. So they are telling us on the spiritual path. Oh, then in the GPS you put back to Godhead. I want to go back to Godhead. So then the Shrutis will tell you, okay, now move left, turn right, go this way, 300 kilometers, then 400 kilometers. Like that, the Shrutis are telling us, progressive path, they're telling us, evolve, come on, now you are here, now you are in the abdomen region, now you are in the heart region, now go up, go up. This is how Shrutis are guiding us and bringing us higher and higher. And they are saying that it is the Lord only who is actually Shrutis, nothing but the Lord's voice, isn't it? Shrutis, who are the Vedas? The Vedas are given by the Lord, and the Vedas themselves are also glorifying the Lord here. Okay, so therefore this guidance, it is offering us support, it is giving us clarity, and it is also giving us finally liberation. So, well, devotees are not interested in liberation.
Mataji, it is very, very time consuming.
Yes, so devotees are not interested. We are going to come to that now. Devotees are not interested in liberation and all that, and perks which this dhyana yoga is giving. Anyway, let's see. Okay, so we'll now go to the 19th shloka. So 19th shloka here. How does the Lord's presence in this material world tackle the issue of physical limitation? You know what is the meaning of this question? You can say the Mayavadis or whoever, impersonalists. What they say? They say, how can you limit? So if we say that Krishna is all pervading, as Paramatma, he's in everybody's heart. How can you limit the Lord? If he's in your heart, he becomes so small. How can the Lord have measurement? How can you limit him like that? So how do we can come out of this? How can we answer them?
Lord is omnipotent. Omnipresent.
Yes. Omnipresent. Yes. Lord is omnipresent, is present everywhere. Not only in your heart, my heart also, and somebody's heart also. Okay. But it's not a physical limitation that Lord is only Angushta Matra. He's not only as small as a thumb. That's it. And he cannot become Vibhu. It is not like that. He is Vibhu only. But for our sake, he is all pervasive. For our sake, he is coming, even sitting within even an amoeba, even in an atom. He is sitting everywhere for our sake. But not that he is that size. He is Vibhu only. Okay.
For our existence, he is staying actually. Without him, we cannot live.
We cannot do anything.
Yeah, not only we, all jivas, even in trees, plants. That is the reason he is existing.
That's what I said. Correct? So, so that awareness we should have. We should have that awareness. And when we have that awareness, we will transcend this material world. If we have that awareness, then we will transcend the material world. Okay. In Bhagavad Gita, there is a shloka, no? What is that shloka? Anybody knows? Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmane Gavihastini. Shuni Chaiva Shapake Cha Pandita Samadarshi. So Pandita can see the Paramatma in everyone's heart. Samadarshi. He becomes Samadarshi then. That means he comes above the material realm. He doesn't see dog eater, Brahmana, cow as different. He sees everybody as Paramatma. He is Paramatma in everyone. Okay. Understood. So he is that is how the Lord is giving us intelligence, is giving us inspiration, and he is whatever physical form we may have, he's ready to come, even in the hog's body, dog's body, ant's body, anybody who is so merciful than Krishna, who can enter into all these dirty bodies with our dirty desires, isn't it? Because of that only we are having these dirty bodies. So, but the Lord is so kind. He doesn't leave us. He just goes everywhere with us, everywhere. Okay, so that is his omnipresence, and that is his help he's giving us. So it's not limited. Don't think he is physically limited. Why does Paramatma display various degrees of potency? Because the Atma has different capacities. Then Paramatma also have to have different potencies, right? To, like, for example, just like I said, in ant's body, dog's body, cat's body, different capacity the Atma has to desire. I desire this, I desire that, I become this, I become cat, I become dog, I become ant, I become amoeba, I become a king, I become a demigod, whatever. And the Lord, he also has to display his different degrees of potencies. Okay, I am with you wherever you go. So he is demonstrating this diversity of consciousness. So in whatever spiritual awareness also is there among living beings, right? Just now we saw some are in the stomach region, some are in the heart region. So Paramatma is there in both. Paramatma is guiding both. He's guiding the person who is worshipping him as Vaishwanar, and he's also guiding the person who is worshipping him in the heart. Right. So, so when we progress in through our enlightenments, so we should be very
I
sincere.
always have one question. Can I ask that question, if you don't mind?
Yes, Prabhu, sure.
Okay, Atma is pure, Mataji. Okay,
Yes,
actually,
Atma
that
is
is what
pure.
is Bhagavad Gita says. But
Yes,
how
definitely.
Atma got this desire, Mataji?
How Atma got the desire?
Huh.
Because, see, we are talking about this is a very deep subject matter, and we have to discuss way back, because we are only talking now. Suddenly, how did we come to to this? Don't think we just dropped like this, no, in these bodies which we have got now. Right now, we have evolved. We have evolved and become like this. So initially, Jiva Goswami has mentioned, we have already done in the Paramatma Sandarbha, how Jiva Goswami has mentioned how the Jivatma are two types. One is Nitya Baddha, Nitya Mukta, or those who are always in the spiritual world. Okay, Nitya Siddhas you can call, Muktas you can call. They are always in the spiritual world. And they are called as Sanmukha. So Bhagavat Sanmukha, they are always uh, facing towards the Lord. They were born like that. That is, like for example, uh, a chili plant. A chili plant is born as a to give chilies which are pungent. It is like that. Okay, you cannot ask why chili plant is not giving sweet rasgullas or gulab jamun. That's what a question is that. Chili plant is chili plant. It's got its dharma. That is how it is. So swadharma of the jivas which are unmukha and which are not facing the Lord, which are bahirmukh. There are two types of jivas. One is facing the Lord. One is turning away from the Lord. They are like that only. Their swabhava only like that. That's how they were. They were when they were born. They were like that only. And when they were born, that is anadi. That is not known. That is not known in the sense it is anadi. There is no such thing as Krishna was born today. I'm not talking about Krishna's appearance and in this material world. I'm talking about Krishna as in Krishna. Is there a date when Krishna appeared? Krishna is, what do we say? Anadi Ananta Rupam, right? He doesn't have Adi. He is not having one date where he was present and then he was absent sometime. Right? Understand what I'm trying to say? Like that, jivas also are the same. They also have anadi. They are also anadi because they are part and parcel of the anadi. So they are also anadi. So when they are anadi, there are two types of anadis. One type is Bhagavad Sanmukha. We are always in the spiritual world. Like example, Garuda. They were never like you may say, oh, we have heard about histories about this Garuda being born and Krishna being born. This is different. This is past times. We are coming in this also. We are coming to that level. That slide later on. These are all past times. But actual speaking, there are two types of living entities. Jivas, Jivatmas. The Jivatmas are two types. One is always turning towards the Lord. They're born only like that. Okay? And they are made not like that is Bahirmukh, Jiv, like us. We are in this material world, right? So for the Bahirmukh Jiv, Krishna created this material world. And according to that, Bahirmukh Jiv are always Bahirmukh. So when they were Bahirmukh, what happened? Immediately, they didn't know who is Krishna. This whole set of jivas, they don't know who is Krishna. Then they were captured by Maya. Captured by avidya. Maya covered them with gross, subtle body, avidya, everything. And then Maya gave them different bodies. So that's how the desires starts coming.
Got it. Understood, Mataji.
Okay.
So, okay. Yeah, maybe at end we will have another question,
Yes, we
Mataji.
can
Now
later
let us
on. If you have time,
Yeah.
you can, because now still we are on the 9th. I don't see Prabhu joining. So until Prabhu is joining, we can do. Okay, so we come to the next chapter, question. 1. question. Slide 10. In slide 10, what is a must for true spiritual realization? What is must? We must have this for true spiritual realization.
Must is faith, Mataji.
Faith, yes. Must is faith, but in this case,
Context. Okay.
what is must? What is must?
Worship
Pure
of the
intelligence.
person.
Yes, worship of the personal aspect of the divine. So
Yeah.
Krishna has got a divine form, and worship of the divine form is a must for
In fact,
spiritual realization.
Krishna is a person.
Yes, Krishna is a person,
in World War
and
II,
worshipping
Krishna
him.
says the same exactly. In
Huh?
World War II. In World War II, Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says exactly the same.
Yes, correct.
Whether it is impersonal or personal, he says
Yeah,
personal.
personal.
Straight answer.
Yes. The 12th chapter, Arjuna is asking Krishna which is the best, and Krishna is answering personal is the best. Okay. So shall we go to the next one? Okay. Next one. What do individuals with pure intelligence do? What do they do?
Hare Krishna
Recognize
Mataji.
Paramatma
Yes,
in everyone.
Rajkumari Mata.
They recognize Paramatma as ultimate and
Yes.
unchanging
Yes.
reality.
And then what do they do?
Yes.
They worship him. Okay.
They
Fine.
worship.
Yes. Then why should Paramatma be worshipped? Is there a reason why he should be worshipped?
To seek divine.
Yes. Yes. What does he
And
do? He is worshipped.
to
He
get
deserves worship because
Because of his opulence,
he has got
omnipotent
inherent
nature,
opulence. Okay.
and his
What is
omnipotent
that?
nature,
His omnipresent nature. Yeah. He's everywhere now. So, yeah. So, this is the reason
and
why
his
we have to worship
capacity to
him.
guide us towards the spiritual awakening.
Correct. He
He's
gives us,
bestower of consciousness.
yes, he's bestower of consciousness. He's giving us consciousness and he's giving us guidance. So much things he's doing for us. Is he not worthy of worship? Yes. So we should worship him. Okay. So we come to the next slide. What do other Upanishads discuss on this point? There are two Upanishads, right? Taittiriya Upanishad and Shvetashvatar Upanishad. So what are they saying?
The first Taittiriya Upanishads, he created this universe and entered in it. So
Who
the
created?
Paramatma enters Paramatma, and he enters in the creation, but
Yes.
remaining infinitely detached.
Correct. Infinitely detached. That is important. Enters, we also enter, but we are completely attached. And he also enters, but is completely detached.
Mataji, we can relate to Chatur Shloki Bhagavatam.
Mataji, please tell.
We can relate the first shloka.
Yes, please tell the shloka.
Mataji,
Ahamevasmevaग्रे ज्ञाने
Mataji,
तदतत्परं पश्चादेव तदेयच्छ
enters-
यो वेशिष्यते सोऽस्म्यहम्.
Yes, very good. Yes, Mataji, Rajkumari Mataji. You were saying something?
Paramatma enters creation, but Paramatma is in every creation. This is the same meaning.
I didn't get you.
Paramatma is situated in every.
Yes, he's present in all the beings.
Paramatma here is Paramatma enters creation. Paramatma is in all creations. He's creator and are in creation also.
Yes.
So the meaning is the same. Paramatma enters creation and Paramatma is in every creation.
Yes, Mataji, but in different ways. That's what. Did you join little late, Mataji?
Yes, yes. Time. I think time was upset. I was waiting, but 8:30
Okay,
it was
because we
time.
discussed it before you came. That Paramatma is in different bodies. According to the bodies, he's so kind that he will enter into any kind of body, and that is also the same.
Okay.
Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji.
Hare
Thank you.
Krishna Mother. Just a question, the time has changed. It's not a 9 now because we used to join at 9 p.m.
I think your
No,
time
now
has
1 hour.
changed.
1 hour our time changes now. 1 hour it has become.
Yeah, but
So we
I
have
think Charu Prabhuji maintains this. I was totally confused. That's why I also joined at 9 p.m.
no, it always this our time changes, not Indian time changes.
Yeah,
So-
exactly. That is the reason we start at 6:30. Previously, it was at 5:30 or
So you started my
7.
8 p.m. 1 hour back?
Yes, Prabhuji.
8 o'clock.
Yes,
8 o'clock it started.
8 o'clock. Okay.
Your time changes, but our time doesn't
किसी ने
change.
हमें इन्फॉर्म नहीं किया था प्रभु जी. एवरी टाइम
See,
शरद
we
प्रभु
had
जी
a
वो
lot
तो
of
हमें मालूम ही
confusion.
नहीं.
Go back, we had a
confusion.
lot of confusion. Charu Prabhuji stuck to that said my time is the only time it goes. And anyway, whatever is there, next time I'll be at 8 o'clock. So no problem for me.
No, we also don't know that. Let Charu Prabhu come today, then we will ask him. Because today is the first day and nobody was informed. So we all came at the regular time. So let us see when he comes what he says. If he says we have to go 1 hour later, then we have to go 1 hour later. We will see what he says. I hope that's why he is also not joined.
Because he's not aware. I think even in his work he's busy.
Yeah, correct. He is also, I think, not aware and he is also joining late. So we are waiting for him, actually.
Because the times got changed.
Yeah. That is time changed over. Daylight saving.
But I remember the decision was we'll go by the India timing 6:30 p.
Correct. That is what Sharad Prabhuji concluded last time. Correct.
Yes.
But yeah,
Our time
usually we
doesn't change.
but this time I think
6:30 a.m.
Yeah, I think it's a good for me also because I would like to start earlier, close early. If that
It's
that
no
is
change for you, Archana Mataji, right?
8 o'clock is fine for us.
No, Prabhu, same as you.
Yes, Singapore is no change.
Whatever happens to
US
you, whatever happens to the daylight saving changes here also, Prabhu. So I also will have to join later
good.
if that is the case. Okay, so
Sanjeev
we'll go
Prabhuji,
to-
kindly remind the Charu Prabhuji, na? If he is very busy, then he might be forget.
Okay, let
That's
me
better
try
to
call him.
remind somebody can call
Yes,
him.
yes, I will
हाँ
call him.
प्रभु.
So we'll go to the next point. What is the main thrust of the personified Vedas? So this is the conclusion here, please. Then we can go to the next shloka, 20th shloka. What is personified Vedas are telling? Shrutis.
Paramatman is the ultimate source and sustainer of all life forms. And then his entry into material existence does not denote his limitation. It offers vital guidance for consciousness to all living beings. And his teachings gives us acknowledge that divine nature underlies the myriad forms of life and the worship of the divine. Both immanence and transcendence. He embodies both immanence and end. Thus, it reflects the real truth amidst the transcendent nature of the material existence.
What is the Prabhu always emphasized in this immanence and transcendence?
Yeah.
Anyone can tell about this immanence and transcendence? Anyone can?
Immanence basically it's material world, right? So he is in the material but not affected. He's still spiritual.
Yes,
So
correct.
talks about both.
Although he's in material world, he's not affected, and transcendence means he's also in the spiritual. Anybody can give a shloka from Brahma Samhita for this? or any other shloka. I personally prefer this shloka from Brahma Samhita. Brahma Samhita has so many shlokas which are very pertinent for today's session. This recap. This is Ananda Chinmaya Sadujjala Vigrahasya. Oh, sorry. Ananda Chinmaya. रस प्रतिभाविताभिस् आनंद चिन्मय रस प्रतिभाविताभिस् ताभिर्य एव निजरूपतया कलाभिस् गोलोक एव निवसत्यखिलात्मभूतो गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि. So in this shloka, what does it means? It means that Anand Chinmay Rasa Pratibhavitabhis Tabhirya Eva Nijarupa Taya Kalavis. So Ananda Chinmay Rasa in the spiritual world, okay? And his kala is in this material world. And what is his kala? His kala is the Paramatma, okay? And then it says in the last sentence, Goloka eva nivasati. So he is nivasati in Goloka. He is staying in Goloka. Goloka eva nivasati akhilatma bhuto. Yet he is there in every, akhila means every single, bhuto means living entity. He is there in every single living entity. So although he is there, he is also here. So this is the shloka which tells about Paramatma and the Lord Krishna in the Golok Vrindavan. So here we'll go quickly because then we can have discussion more. If Prabhu is still late, we can still have discussion. But now we'll quickly go to. So here in this, what is the status of the Atman?
Atman is not merely a separate identity, but a finite expansion of Paramatma.
Okay.
Marginal potency.
That is the soul, individual soul. It's a simple term, right? So we call individual
It
soul.
is soul, yes.
Yeah.
So that is the
individual soul. Yeah.
It is status. Yeah. What is its status means? It's not independent. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's integral part of the Lord. It's
Lord,
part of Krishna, part and parcel. Okay. That is its status. Part and parcel means what? Has to serve the whole. Part serves the whole. That is its status. Part must always serve the whole. Okay. So even when we are entangled in this material bodies due to our karmas, what happens? We still have a connection with the Supreme Lord. We have to remember that. We are in this body. We are for suffering. We are entangled. But still we have a connection. That is our fundamental essence. We are part and parcel of Krishna. Okay. So then which energy is it classified under?
Marginal
energy. Marginal energy. Tatastha Shakti. Yeah. Tatastha Shakti is a marginal potency. And we are forever Tatastha Shakti, okay? Don't think that when we go to spiritual world, we'll become some other Shakti. Never. Even in spiritual world, we'll be Tatastha Shakti only. That we have to remember. Our nature will not change. Question number 3. What do the sages do after realizing the true nature of the Atma? Sages have realized now, okay? True nature of the Atma. Now what do they do?
They wholeheartedly engage in worship of Paramatma.
Paramatma. Yes. Correct. So they do bhakti. Okay. So now the power of bhakti, how it transforms, that is devotion, that is now highlighted. Okay. So that will be highlighted. So we'll go to the next slide. Okay, now this is very simple. What are the different scriptures? What are they saying? Anyone can briefly go through? What are the different scriptures saying?
Yeah, so I'll start on that. So Vishnu Puran talks about
basically distinct spiritual potency, like Kshetra and Kshetrajna, right? That is what we are talking about.
Yes.
So he is knower of everything. The individual soul is also knower of his own,
Yes.
Kshetra. Bhagavad Gita, Atmani, superior energy.
Yes.
Established. It's not a material energy, but it's the superior energy. Lord talks in the Bhagavad Gita, right? So that is there. Narada Pancharatri describes Atman as a spiritual entity. So it is not a mundane, or it is not a material entity. Okay. And Bhagavad Gita confirms the eternal fragmental part. Just now you mentioned. Why fragmental? It's a very small.
Yeah, the class is going on.
It's a small. It's Krishna is Vibhu, we are Anu. Upper being is underlying
because
connection, but still
for
connected
US
with
the
the
time
Lord.
remains, we go 1 hour back.
Mahabharata Puran delves
You
into
guys
the
don't change the
distinction
time,
between the Supreme's
You
plenary
have to come
expansion
back,
and
come
separate
earlier,
Atma.
1 hour earlier.
So we are not his expansion directly
Hello?
passing, right?
Yes.
So that is what is there. And Gopal Tapani Upanishad talks about duality is there through the pregnant metaphor of two birds. Like we know
Yes.
on the tree, two birds are sitting, one is enjoying fruits of his karmas and another is watching, and then he functions of it. That's
Yes.
Paramatma. So
Correct.
different place, Atma and Paramatma, they are correlated, right? They
Correct.
exist separately, eternally.
Yes. Very good, Prabhu. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Oh, that was wonderful. Hare Krishna, Charu Prabhu. Welcome. I know about this. There was a confusion about the timing because of the daylight.
Because see, we go 1 hour back.
Yeah.
So the time remains the same, just 1 hour go back, clock changes. But for you guys, you don't change the time, so you have to come 1 hour earlier,
Yes.
Sanjeev Prabhu was inquiring about precisely that, So you started the kirtan and everything, you have done that? Finished?
Yes. I'm just going through the recap. And we are still in the slide number 15. And
go ahead, continue.
Okay.
No hurry, don't worry about it. See, before I was going to do lesson 131 in one session, but it's almost 30 slides are there, It's impossible to teach a deep philosophy. So I split into two, So today and tomorrow we will do just lesson 131, okay?
Okay, bro. Thank you.
Yeah, but last week, Matar, you completed only 87.20, like 20th sloka. That was completed, not the 21st and 22nd.
Yeah, so
this
we
was
can
the
do
last
that.
sloka we completed, yes.
Yeah.
So we will do only until 20th shloka then.
20, yes.
20. Then this is the last slide, which
Yes.
I'll be doing. After this, I'll stop. So this is very simple. Only one question. What do the sages do after recognizing the Atma's true essence? Sharanagati, right? Yeah. So we have to talk about how first of all, Atma's true essence. So Atma as transcending the material identity, is it a spiritual being? Is it? Yes. So when the sages, they know, oh, Atma is not just a material thing. It is not at all material. It is spiritual and it is ready for liberation. So what are we waiting for? So when they know this truth, then what happens? Now they're going to have this this desire for this divine connection with the Lord. And then they start, what should we do? And then they start off worshipping, and then they get to know how they should worship. And that is surrender, Sharanagati. So armed with this understanding, then the sages are going to worship Krishna with so much of Tivrena Bhakti Yogena. They are going to do with Tivra Bhakti to the worship the Lord. And then ultimately they will get liberation. Of course, here only we are talking about liberation, but devotees don't want that. They are not happy with liberation. They want pure love of Krishna. So this commentary, what does it happen? What does it say? Relationship between Atma and Paramatma. That is the conclusion. So it is giving, encapsulating us about the relationship between Atma and Paramatma, and how we should urge individuals to Acknowledge, come on, you are not this material body, you are not this senses, you are not this mind and intelligence, you are a spiritual identity, you are the super soul. Sorry, you are the soul. Sorry, you are the soul, and you are part and parcel of the super soul. And then what is the most important thing you have to do is bhakti. You have to do is bhakti, and this is the pathway. So the Shruti is like the GPS for our car. The Shruti is telling us, okay, dear soul, this is bhakti, and go to this path, and this is the pathway to liberation. So here I conclude my recap. Thank you all very much. Vanchakalpatarubhescha kripasindhubhescha patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo. Thank you, Chara Prabhu. Over to you.
So half an hour early you finished. That's great. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna, everyone. Please accept my humble obeisances. All Guru Shri Prabhupada. So let me offer our prayers. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah Shri Chaitanya Manovistam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathan Vitam tam sajivam sadvaitam savadutam parijana sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakha Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deen Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesh Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So now we offer prayers Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the six Goswamis of Vrindavan. Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Padayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gauratishe Nama. O most beneficent incarnation, you are Krishna himself, appearing as Shri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. You have assumed the golden complexion of Srimati Radharani, and you are widely distributing pure love of Krishna. We offer our respectful obeisance unto you. Krishna Varnam Trisha Krishnam Sangapangastra Parshadam Yagnahi Sankirtana Prayer Yajanti Sumedasa. In the age of Kali, intelligent persons perform congregational chanting to worship the incarnation of Godhead, who constantly sings the names of Krishna. Although his complexion is not blackish, he is Krishna himself. He is accompanied by his associates, servants, weapons, and confidential companions. Nana Sastra Vicharnaik Nipunau Shadadharma Samstapakau Lokanam Hitakarino Tribhuvane Manyau Sharanyakarau Radha Krishna Padaravinda Bhajana Ananden Mattalikau Vande Rupa Sanatana Raghuyugau Shri Jiva Gopalakau. I offer my respectful obeisance unto the six Goswamis of Vrindavan, namely Shri Rupa Goswami, Shri Sanatan Goswami, Shri Raghunath Bhatta Goswami, Shri Raghunath Das Goswami, Shri Jiva Goswami, and Shri Gopal Bhatta Goswami, who are very expert in scrutinizing and studying all the revealed scriptures with the aim of establishing eternal religious principles for the benefit of all beings. Thus, they are honored all over the three worlds, and they are worth taking shelter of because they are absorbed in the mood of the gopis and are engaged in the transcendental loving service of Shri Radha Krishna. Om Jnanatimirandasya Hare Krishna Govindam Adi Purusham Tamam Bhajami. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Narayanam Namaskritya Narom Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udirayat Nashtaprayeshva Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtaki Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jai Shri Prabhupada Jai Shri Govindam Adi Purusham Tamam Bhajami Hare Krishna. So since you already done recapping, we can go in that. But first, I want to wait in. Are there any questions, comments that the verses we already completed? I'm assuming Mataji must have discussed all these things, but just in case, there's a we are just getting into it, the deep philosophy all the way, and I'm going to take it easily now. The 6 lessons are not going to be enough. I'm going to add at least 2 more lessons. We'll see how it goes, because this philosophy is extremely important for us to understand. And I understand it's very complex, difficult to understand, but we are going to go slowly, step by step manner. And every day, I had to read repeatedly Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's commentary. Even for me, it's not that easy. I had to read several times, read it, analyze it, and preparing a rough draft. And that rough draft, I put it through this AI to polish it, and I still keep polishing. Whatever the AI comes up with from my draft, and if I'm not satisfied, I have to redo again everything again, and I have to tell the AI that this is not what I want. This is not my expectation. So AI is it's rapidly learning my way of thinking. It's a tool. We have to get the tool work for us. We don't work for the tool. So that's what it is actually. Okay. So let me open up because last time, if I remember correct, Radhavinath Prabhuji reminded us that we need to do what's 20 onwards, right? 20, 21,
21 and 22 from slide 130.
Okay, let me.
2 slokas we could not complete last
Okay,
time.
let me open up my first share my screen. So this is lesson 130. Let me make a full slide. Okay, can you see that slide? Aibo?
Yeah, Prabhuji, we can see that.
Okay.
Yes.
So this is the slide we need to do, or 20 we completed? 21 and 22 we have to go, right? And Mataji is already, am I correct, Mataji? You done it up to 20, slide number 20? Okay, she's walked away.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah, okay. So this is slide number 21 now. And here, what the Shrutis already gone through that Brahman realization and all that aspect of it. Now, very noticeably, Shrutis are entering into bhakti process, and again we are going to see systematically Shruti is going to criticize all the existing philosophies. I don't know how many of you are familiar with this Shadadarshana. Six, actually there are 9. Shadadarshana, they're broadly divided into 2 aspects of it. One is the Astika, and the other one is Nastika. Nastika, na Astika, means they don't believe even in the Vedas, Vedic scriptures, authority of the Vedas, and some of them they don't even accept the existence of spirit soul. Bodhi philosophy, Buddhism, Jainism, they are in the Nastika category. And then there is another one which is purely materialistic, completely materialistic. So I'm not going to talk about those Nastika philosophy, but the Astika philosophy, who believe in the authority of the Vedas, and they are the one which I'm going to consider. So out of that, 5 of the 6 philosophies, the Shrutis personified are point by point categorically going to criticize, and in terms of what they claim and what has to be. So we are going to go through step by step, okay? And we may continue. Actually, the whole discussion will start tomorrow onwards. I just want to give you the overview of it today because I don't want to jumble everything, complex things at the same time. So we're going to take it quite easy and step by step manner so that we can understand it. And actually, my slides should be really self-explanatory. I'm writing it in a very, very clear way as I understood it, and just AI put it in the words. So I actually give the draft. Several times I draft and redraft, and whatever the AI comes, again I go through that. Again I send them back, send the AI back, and do it again. Especially the one which I have been working this whole day, early morning onwards. The last section, verses 36 to 41, just a mind-boggling philosophy is there. It's just incredible. Whole day I was working for just 2 verses, focusing on that. I got to the point where I become satisfied now. So you should really study that. Especially verse 36. Again, I repeat, verse 36 that we are going to do probably another 2 weeks from now. We'll do that. So we are going to change the schedule that way. I'm going to add at least 2 more lessons, all right, if you don't mind. Okay, so here, text 21. So here are the thematic elements. Relief from the material fatigue. What is this material fatigue? Why get so tired of that? So here, there are 2 parts of it. What is the theme itself, expression of that, and what's his philosophical insight, realization in part B, B section of it. So devotees discover liberation from the relentless exhaustion of material existence. That is what we are talking about, because in our material existence, everyone is suffering. Everyone, rich, poor, very powerful, ordinary folks, everybody is suffering. So devotees, because they are serving the Supreme Lord, and later on, as we go in Canto 11, I have gone very deeply how material sufferings can be actually a stepping stone to make progress in the devotional platform. Very, very deep philosophy there also is involved. how the material sufferings really help us, so we will go through. So here is just a introduction of it, but we are going to go very deeply in the next several months, all this aspect of it. And I'm simultaneously writing my thesis also, so it's helping me to relief from the material fatigue. Devotees discover liberation from the relentless exhaustion of material existence by wholeheartedly. So you look at how, in a self-explanatory manner, I'm writing these things. If you read it carefully, there's nothing important, nothing difficult at all. Wholeheartedly immersing themselves in the divine pastimes of the Lord. So why are they not suffer? Unlike other people, we suffer. Yeah, we go through stress and everything is there. Right now, I'm going stress myself also. Nonetheless, because as long as we are doing a devotional service, chanting, reading Bhagavatam, studying Bhagavatam, and constantly using our intelligence, buddhi. The last weeks we discussed about what Krishna has given us. Buddhi, Indriya, Manas, and Prana. All these four are meant to be utilized to understand Him. Okay, so we have to make use of those tools, basically, that has been given to us by the Lord. So that is why when we do this thing, then our material sufferings takes a back burner. That is a trick. I've been going through a very difficult time nowadays. I have become a victim of spam operation, and my accounts and everything is frozen. Money is not coming in the bank, and all these things there. So I'm trying to solve that thing also. The devotees recover liberation, but in the background of that, constantly 16, 18 hours a day, I've been working on a single verse, spending that long time. So that keeps me engaged. You see why it's not affecting us? Because it's being engaged in that. And Krishna solves all our problems in material world. As long as it is our buddhi, manas, everything on his mission. That is the trick. So devotees discover liberation from the relentless exhaustion of material existence by wholeheartedly immersing themselves. That's precisely what I'm doing. I'm literally pouring my heart in it, in the divine pastimes of the Lord. So this profound insight reveals that genuine fulfillment is found not in worldly pursuits, but in the devotional love. So the verse beautifully illustrates this verse 21, actually, we are talking about, that those blessed souls, who are the blessed souls? Devotee souls, who have been blessed by the Lord and empowered. Yoga Kshemam Vahamyam. Krishna says, I protect what you have, and what you don't have, I give it to you. Into the nectar of ocean of Krishna's pastimes, experience profound relief. So this is a trick. Relief from our material miseries and spiritual rejuvenation. Transformation is taken. This is why the bhakti is called transformative. These words I've been using repeatedly. Transformative element of the bhakti process. And I'm defining in a great detail that is going to be a part of my thesis also. Second theme, indifference to liberation. Devotees don't care about mukti. Jnanis, their whole goal is moksha. They want to get rid of this material existence. But our goal is even higher than that. Not just even reaching Goloka, but even willing to come back to material world again as the part of Krishna's entourage. Okay, that much we get involved, immersed ourselves in it. that we can't just remain like that, just even become free in the liberated stage. No. So we want to engage in the bhakti process, hearing, serving the Lord, and so on like that, and Lord's devotees. The true devotee places the value of bhakti above all other aspirations. That's another golden thing. Our topmost goal, our aspiration is to serve. Everything else is in the back burner, including liberation. So this profound truth demonstrate that the joy derived, and we do it joyfully. That's the beauty part of it. Selfless, there's no ulterior motive behind that, because we derive the pleasure out of it. The Lord far surpasses even the ultimate goal of escaping the endless cycle of birth and death. So Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, he points out that those rare individuals, of course, to go to that level, it takes decades, sometimes many lifetimes even. And these rare individuals, but every step of the way, we are enjoying and making progress. I came across several references. Even in the sadhana bhakti stage, Krishna is with us. There's the beauty part of it. His reciprocation is there. Not just that you have to, get perfection. Even while we are learning, he is there all the time. Willingly renounce material pleasures and the pursuit of liberation, becoming entirely absorbed in the bliss. So see, this is the word. The transformative process is so enjoyable that keeps us going with gusto. Ecstatic participation in devotion. Discussing this fellow devotees, singing and hearing kirtanas, and so on like that. So Sankirtana way of performing bhakti is to enjoy together. Our entire social circle is different now. The ecstatic expressions of devotees, illustrated by the dancing and singing together, serve as powerful testimonials to the transformative potency of bhakti. See that again, the word has come, transformative. You're going to keep hearing that word transformation all the time. It's literally transforming our very self, where any physical discomfort is eclipsed, is minimized by profound spiritual elation. Elation means we become really joyfully performing this bhakti process. And Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur vividly, that means very clearly, describes how pure devotees experience waves of enthusiasm. Waves means goes up and down like that, and become immersed in ecstasy, showcasing the overwhelming joy that emanates from engaging in Krishna's pastime. Every action we do working for Krishna is enjoyable. Okay, so that is text 20. Now let me stop here again. You got what I wanted to say in text 20. Any question to that effect? Text 20. What is the underlying message of text 20? The bhakti process is so joyfully performed, not as a chore. And our goal is much higher than liberation, getting freedom from these material sufferings. Any questions? So these are the highlights that you need to internalize in this text 20. Any questions, or shall I go forward now?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So now 21. Comparative value of material goals. Material goal versus spiritual goals. You see the difference now. the conventional 4 goals, dharma, artha, kama, moksha, that's on a material platform. Okay. Now again, don't misunderstand me, don't misconstrue me. There is pravritti marga, and pravritti marga is really required and goes hand in hand with our nivritti marga. But pravritti marga should be according to the Vedic injunctions. If you do that, you fulfill your material desires, but at the same time, they are designed to gradually transform into nivritti marga. So they don't need to be segregated. So what is pravritti marga and nivritti marga? Everybody understand that? The two terms that we are going to keep on using it now. And you must have a clear understanding what is pravritti marga. This dharma, artha, kama, that's on pravritti marga. We need to have some income to keep our body and soul together. Okay, artha, kama, some material desires we have, some food we like, we want to travel, things like that. That is there. That's not going to stop. Okay, but everything is connected, dovetailed with Krishna consciousness. Dharma, artha, kama. Dharma comes later, and moksha is the last one. That is even well beyond we are going. Are rendered insignificant. So when juxtaposed, what is juxtaposed? Putting side by side, okay, with the immense bliss of devotional service. So you keep this, your material goals, material things, material pursuits side by side that you are practicing in bhakti process, you will see the difference between the two. So that is the exalted very nature of bhakti process. Very joyfully done that. I've been using bulk of my time in doing this PowerPoints, preparing for these classes. That takes away my miseries elsewhere. That takes away, you know. A poignant quote, poignant and striking, from Sridhar Swami Maharaj emphasizes that devotees regard this material aspiration as no more significant than a blade of grass. So material pursuits are there, but they take such a back burner. It's just like mechanical is going on side by side. Okay, as long as a material body, we cannot ignore it. That is there, but that becomes a mechanical process. Swan-like association with devotees. What is swan-like? You know, the Paramhamsas, very high-class devotees. If you get an association, that is great. By great fortune, even a moment of association with such great souls transforms our life, devotional life, completely. But even other devotees, just sadhu sangha, just associate with our fellow devotees in our own self. It's good to associate with the advanced devotees, but even those at our level, intermediate level, also helps. We keep helping each other, and those who are below us, we guide them to catch up with us, like that. The paramount importance of associating with saintly devotees is underscored, highlighted, since such relationships significantly enhance. And Madhurya Kadambini, we actually went through in great details about what the Sadhu Sangha does that, devotional service deepens one's bond with the divine. So bonding takes place. The Supreme Lord and his devotees. So devotee community we build. And Shri Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur eloquently, very elegantly states that through gathering with swan-like Vaishnavas, devotees become deeply immersed in the nectar of service. Very joyfully we participate each other and help each other helping us to make progress, naturally sharing their attachment to the material world. Less and less material pursuits, more and more spiritual pursuits. recognition of bhakti by the Shrutis. So now Shrutis are purely come from this point onwards. They are completely entering into bhakti part of the discussion. In fact, to that level, I think it's today's verse that we'll be talking about in lesson 131. They are actually aspiring to follow in the footsteps of the gopis. They when Lord were very pleased by their prayers, and Lord actually said, tell me, what can I do for you?" The personified Shrutis. And then Shrutis explained to the Lord that, we are greatly elated to know about the Vraja Gopis, how they receiving your association and their Madhurya Lila, Madhurya Bhava, nectar of that. We would like to experience that. And Lord said that's extremely difficult, almost next to impossible. But just because I am sanctioning it, it will happen. And this, there we discussed in another course, different classes of the gopis were there. So these Shrutis also became gopis, just like the rishis in Dandaka Aranya, where they saw Lord Ramachandra. And Lord Ramachandra said, "Oh, not in this life, but when I come back as Krishna, then you'll be able to associate with me in the Madhurya Bhava." So these Shrutis, they were born as gopis in Vraja, and they participate in Krishna's pastimes in Vraja. So Krishna fulfills that next to impossible dream also he fulfills. So personified Vedas unequivocally affirm that bhakti represents the pinnacle of spiritual reality. And now you notice they have already gone from Brahman realization. Paramatma is still going to come back, revisit, okay? And then purely on a bhakti platform, they are making progress. So Nashima Purva Tapani Upanishads, and constantly Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur using all the Vedic scriptures, especially Upanishads, because they are responding to the impersonalist people also, and those Upanishads, they are surely addressing the impersonal aspect of it. But this particular verses, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, great pain, where these Upanishads are actually pointing out bhakti process. Yeah, that is very beauty part of it. So he's picking all these different Upanishads, reinforces this stance in asserting that all genuine seekers of liberation hold the Supreme Personality guarded in the highest regard. So now Supreme Personality guarded means what? Bhagavan realization. The Shrutis are entering into Bhagavan level now. Okay. Seventh theme, worship of the Supreme by liberated souls. So even at the liberation, they serve the Supreme Lord. That's why just remaining at the liberated stage is not enough for the devotees. They want to personally offer loving devotional service to the Supreme Lord, and in exchange, what Lord reciprocates that love, they want to relish that love. Even those who have attained liberation engage fervently in devotional service, thereby affirming the eternal relevance and joy that bhakti offers. So that nectar of bhakti is continuous. So this is even from Shankaracharya and Madhvacharya. Now, of course, Shankaracharya is the important philosophy, but remember, he is the one who wrote that great bhajan, right? Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, So clearly, he's on the bhakti platform, And Madhvacharya, of course, that's our Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya, is the branch of that Brahma Madhvacharya. illustrate that liberated souls too find immense bliss. So the point I'm trying to develop, that is, the bhakti process is very joyfully performed. So it's not a mechanical process. So this, what is the main thrust of the Shrutis? That's particularly I given in this last paragraph. And it's very important you read it yourself too. The overarching message of the personified Shrutis, as emphasized in the commentary of Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, is a powerful affirmation of Bhakti Yoga. So that is the main thrust. Now we are entering for the rest of the entire chapter now. And very deeply we are going to get into this bhakti process. It's mind-boggling. Like I tell you that text 36, last 24 hours almost I spent entirely on one verse. So many different ways, drafting and redrafting, rereading, and I developed, sharpened the discussion of the verse 36. You'll be amazed when you read that, Tonight I'm going to upload that session. I've always completed that section is verse 36 to text 41. The text 36 took me a long time, more than 24 hours. As a supreme path of spiritual realization, they ardently, what is ardently? With great focus, painstaking focus, of course, proclaim, announce, ghoshna karte hain, with loud mouth, that the practice of devotional service to the Supreme Lord is not merely the highest form of worship, but also an unparalleled source of joy and fulfillment. So repeatedly they are bringing that this kind of bhakti is performed joyfully. It's not a chore. So that is the main thrust of the Shrutis. An unparalleled source of joy and fulfillment, transcending even the desire for liberation. The scriptures resoundingly celebrate bhakti as the ultimate journey, demonstrating its transformative. See, the transformative power of bhakti is reoccurring more and more with greater and greater frequency, all the way down to the end of the chapter. Now, how it transforms, that is the highlight of my thesis, highlight of my hypothesis. What exactly the transformation is taking place? So I transformed that all of, because I want to talk while I can see your faces, then I get enjoy, So instead of sideways, I put it on the center, right near my this camera, so I can see all of you. The scriptures resoundingly celebrate bhakti as the ultimate journey. Demonstrate there's nothing beyond bhakti. Its transformative power and the ecstatic experience it bestows upon its practitioners, the we devotees. All right. Furthermore, it is blocking my slide. So again, the quote and the philosophical implication. Shruti references on the nature of the Krishna's pastimes. O Lord, to distribute Atma Tattva. So now again, we are going to get into some special terms. You need to understand exactly Atma Tattva. And again, this is going to be developed tomorrow also, okay? Where this, those philosophers of Shad Darshana, except the last one. Last one is the Vedanta. That's why I was telling you, remember, just a few days back, I told you I want to do Vedanta Sutra. So that's where I got involved in that. So Vedanta Sutra written by Srila Vyasadeva, that is great, that we must. And I won't be able to do it, but it's probably not going to be done, even if it is possible, given my condition. We'll see what happens. This emphasizes that Lord's incarnations and pastimes are meant to convey profound spiritual truth that are otherwise hard to grasp. So Shruti is talking about great. And I told you many, many times before that simply hearing Krishna's pastimes, all the lower modes of material nature, whose outer manifestations, kama, krodha, lobha, mada, matsara, that is stopping us, that's presenting obstacles on our bhakti path, Krishna is removing them. And in that place, he puts us on this Shuddha Sattva Guna, and that facilitates the progress moving forward. That's when we actually come from material mode of goodness to pure mode of goodness. Evam prasanna manaso, with great joyful mental frame, bhakti prayojita, that's come. And that's why science of Krishna Bhagavad Tattva Vijnanam, coming from the Lord's internal potency, Samavit Shakti. So those are fortunate souls who blissfully play the nectarian ocean of your pastimes. So these pastimes are so wonderful, so lovely. Krishna performing those pastimes. He came precisely for that purpose, to reclaim his devotees. This killing of the demons was just the side, and that is done by his expansions, Vasudeva expansions. But as for his devotees, he is there in Braja eternally. So this emphasizes that Lord's incarnations and pastimes are meant to convey profound spiritual truth that are otherwise hard to grasp. So if you understand the main goal, why Krishna enacted those pastimes, is precisely for this. So we should make the best of it, constantly keep reading, keep hearing, keep internalizing, keep analyzing, that all this manana, dhyana, must be done all the time. All these pastimes that we are hearing about it. Association with devotees, that I cannot overemphasize. That's a lifeline I keep telling you all. So I won't go into that. You heard so much about it. Recognition of bhakti by the Shrutis. So again, Shrutis themselves are now firmly focused on bhakti process now, not Jnana platform anymore. We are going to revisit Jnana, of course, tomorrow also, but in the context of bhakti process, we are going to hear the Jnana. And where those philosophers commit mistakes in their understanding and their philosophy, the fallacy of their philosophy lies, that we'll talk about. Today will be introductory, but tomorrow we'll discuss actually. Recognition of bhakti by the Shrutis, quotes from Shankaracharya. Even the liberated souls have form. See that? The impersonal form. Shankaracharya himself talk about form. They worship the Supreme Lord, Bhagavan, and enjoy pastimes with him. This point to the eternal nature of devotional service as a practice that continues even after liberation. That's a very important point to remember. That's why devotees don't care about liberation. Supreme bliss, that I also talk so much about it. So these references are there. Madhvacharya, Taittiriya Upanishad. So now these are the scriptural references Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is citing to authenticate what so far Shrutis have been saying. Okay. Conclusion. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's commentary draws on this specific scriptural references, especially Shrutis wise, okay, Vedic Upanishads, especially. He's very few Puranas he's using right now, precisely because he's addressing those impersonalists to try to bring them on the bhakti platform. Affirming that true fulfillment and joy are found in the devotional service. Devotional service means next bhakti, selfless bhakti, pure bhakti to the Lord rather than any material or even liberated state. Okay, it's 22 now. Any question thus far? So I discussed about text 20 and 21 thus far. Any questions? Everything is crystal clear? All right. So now text 22, illusory nature of material attachment and the call to devotional service. So now we are going to hear a little bit about Maya also. Devotional service versus illusion. Illusion, that is Maya. And how Krishna protects his devotees from Maya's illusory obstacles. So this text powerfully underscores the necessity of engaging the body in devotional service. So all of our bodily senses, body-mind complex, that was the very cause of our material existence, samsara, now that is going to be used as the remedy to make progress in bhakti. You understand that? Very important point. Thorn is used to extract the thorn stuck in our soul. The commentary delivers a poignant warning, stark warning against the perils of asat upasana. Sat and asat, upasana means kind of bhakti. There's a way to do it and way not to do it. That you have to be careful. Worship of illusion, worship in that, not any kind of material pursuits that you are doing bhakti. Lord, I do this thing, I chant for you, you make sure that my life is happy. So that is a business kind of relationship. So we are not talking about. So that is called asabda upasana. A grave spiritual downfall resulting from a disconnection from one's true sense and purpose. The body as a vehicle. So our body-mind complex that we are using is just as a tool, vehicle. All right. That's the main purpose of our body and soul. So soul is making progress. The soul needs this body, of course, for that purpose, not for any kind of sense gratification. So body is depicted as sacred nest, kulayam, for the Atman. So Atman is residing that in body, but Atman is using that body as a vehicle to connect with the Supreme. So VCT Shri Vishal clarifies that as a temporary vessel bound to decay, body is going to end, of course, but make the best of the bad bargain. These are Prabhupada's words. Make the best of the bad bargain. We are in the material body. Now use that material body. So that is called Yukta Vairagya. Just because it's material, but it's potentially can be used. These bodily senses are given, buddhi is given for that purpose by the Lord, So make the best of it. Compassion of the Supreme Being. So the Lord is very, very compassionate, especially to the devotees. Despite the indifference shown by the conditioned soul, Krishna's compassion remains steadfast. He stands as a benevolent guide. Everybody understood what is benevolent? Everybody understood the word benevolent? Very, very.
No, Prabhuji.
Yes.
Oh, you didn't understand Rakshamata benevolent?
No, Prabhuji.
Okay, benevolent means बहुत ही दया. Something there is they're showing. Lord is especially very, very merciful to us. Beneficial. You understand the word beneficial? So it is in that sense benevolent is being used.
Okay, Prabhuji. Okay, now. Okay.
Especially for devotees, very, very merciful, very, very vigilant. These devotees remain in body and soul together. So they can serve him. And Lord is enjoying the enjoyment after that too, also from that. Perpetually, continuously, repeatedly offering chances for spiritual advancement. So many different ways Krishna is helping us to render devotional service. And he reciprocates that. So that is called his beneficial reaction to us, our bhakti. Beneficial reciprocation. There is benevolent guide. So he's guiding us constantly, all the time. All the time he's protecting us also. The text identifies Krishna as the indwelling super soul, Paramatman. Now, tomorrow we are going to discuss at great length the difference between Jiva, Atman, and Jivatman. The embodied soul with its material body, that is called Jivatman. And the soul, Atman, and what is the distinction? We are going to go at great length all the way to the text 36. Very, very deep analysis. We'll be going through that. Spiritual consequence of material attachment. So if you don't do that, and if you are still materially attached to it, what are the consequences? That Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur goes into that. Relentless pursuit of material desires traps souls in a harrowing cycle of rebirth. So the samsara, you cannot get out of it. But use the same samsara in serving the Lord. That's body-mind complex. That's the trick. So if you don't listen to that, if you don't follow what he's telling about, then ultimately samsara, Maya, is going to control us. Maya's job is to take away from Krishna, to firmly anchor us on the ground of material existence. And then Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur quotes specific verses for that. Brihad Aranyaka Upanishad, like that, The role of the Shrutis, the heartfelt lamentations of the Shrutis toward those ensnared in material existence. So Shrutis are very, very compassionate. Those of who are suffering and those who have not come to this bhakti platform. There's a verse in Bhagavatam. Srila Vyasadeva writes that actually. Ajanata, mass of people are unaware what powerful bhakti can do that. The heartfelt lamentation of the Shrutis toward those ensnared, trapped in material existence highlight their role as essential guides. Shrutis themselves realize that Lord has engaged them in helping devotees like us. The Shrutis are meant to guide us. Okay? So they express deep sorrow for those who fail to grasp the supreme reality. And again, key references are there. So main thrust of the Vedas for this verse, every verse I just give you, what is their main thrust? Every verse. According to Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, the personified Shrutas profoundly mourn the plight of the conditioned soul. They feel pain that we are suffering, living entities are suffering. Despite receiving abundant mercy and guidance, choose to remain shackled. It's our own fault, actually. We are so much engrossed in enjoyment, material enjoyment, that we don't listen to the Shrutis. So Shrutis urgently call for a return to devotional service as the only means to break free from the cycle of suffering and to awaken the true self. So initial process is difficult. Once you get it, once you begin to enjoy doing bhakti, but in between that lag period is there. So the S-shaped curve. So the newcomers, neophyte devotees are on the S-shaped curve, the beginning, before they go into the logarithmic stage. and then comes the stationary phase also. All right. So this 22 is also over now, I think. Any question, Daspa, before I get into this today's lesson?
Yeah, Prabhuji. So, I don't have any question, but how Shruti is also going along with the Lord and explaining how Lord is compassionate for those who are, they don't understand, they don't get into that, right? So Shruti is also so compassionate, showing compassion of the Lord. Normally, we talk Shruti of, basically karma kanda, and they are very harsh on, telling do this. But here, suddenly, you see the compassion. Let
me stop you. They're not harsh, but some people are interested in getting progress on the material platform. They perform karma kanda. So for them to satisfy, that's why the karma kanda is there.
Right.
But the upasana kanda is the when that Shrutis we are talking about now.
Yeah. Okay, Prabhu. Thank you.
So they are not harsh. They are just serving to those people also. They want to enjoy material existence. But by that way, they're also preaching actually. Shrutis are preaching. Any other questions, comments?
प्रभु जी, दिस इज द रियल नॉलेज. जो ये नॉलेज है छुपाया गया है हमसे, ऐसा लगता है, क्योंकि अभी जब भागवतम में हम पढ़ रहे हैं तभी मालूम पड़ता है कि श्रुति दैट वेरी वेरी पावरफुल. मगर जो ब्राह्मण जो वो मतलब पहले के जमाने के जो ब्राह्मण थे वो ये सब नॉलेज को छुपा दिया है और सिर्फ कर्मकांड पे एम्फसाइज करते हैं कि ये करो तो आपको ये.
Absolutely right. That's exactly what it is. These brahmanas.
क्योंकि उन्होंने कभी ऐसा कहा नहीं कि आप भक्ति करो, ऐसे का ये पूजा करो, वो पूजा करो, ये पूजा करो,
और इससे मिलते ये लाभ होगा, वो लाभ होगा, बताते हैं.
हाँ प्रभु जी, वेरी ट्रू.
सत्यनारायण पूजा लोग क्यों करवाते हैं? कुछ ना कुछ मटेरियल परस्यूट है ना.
हाँ,
सत्यनारायण पूजा
यस प्रभु.
तो भगवान की कथा है एक्चुअली. But they are introducing the wrong reason for that.
Yes, आज हमें पता चला कि कितना पावरफुल है ये, मगर ये सब नॉलेज छुपा दिया है सब. We are lucky कि हम लोग ये पढ़ पा रहे हैं प्रभु जी. We are so fortunate.
Yeah, Prabhuji, we are discussing, one thing is going in my mind that Canto 3rd, the Brahma creates the body and 5 illusions, right? He inputs into that 5 illusions, right? We see that. So one of them forgetfulness, right? And all those things are moha, those 5 illusions. So the Lord gave us a body with the 5 illusions.
Because he was given that role actually,
Yeah.
He was given that role. To see, remember, he at the beginning of the creation to populate the universe, it was his job to keep us engaged. So the population keeps increasing now, and they say he created those prajapatis. He himself is a prajapati also actually,
Yeah.
Okay, shall we go? Move forward now. Any other
प्रभु जी,
questions?
अगर सब भक्त बन जाएंगे तो फिर संसार कैसे चलेगा? ऐसा भी है ना?
Spiritual world यहाँ आ जाएगा.
Yes, प्रभु जी.
Okay. Okay, so shall we go move forward to the next lesson, today's lesson?
Yes, प्रभु जी.
Okay, so we are going to lesson 131. Just to show you how many slides are there, just to show you that we are going to split. First, I was going to do in just one session, but I didn't realize that the time slides number kept on increasing, Look at how many slides are there for this text, lesson 131. Close to some 30 slides are there. So we'll do half of it today, half of it tomorrow.
પ્રભુ जी, તમે A અને B માં આપ્યું છે ને બંને સ્લાઇડ A અને B ફોર્મમાં?
બધામાં નથી, એ અમુકમાં છે, બધામાં નથી. અલગ અલગ.
ના, 131 માં ખાસ.
old slides and Navi slide I use. Now I'm making I'm entire chapter 87. I'm redoing it.
Okay, Prabhuji.
So the revised lesson I uploaded yesterday. So lesson 131. It's split into part A and B now. Okay, I'm not giving new numbers, new lessons, because then because I finished PowerPoints for all the way to Cantor 12. I don't want to keep on changing numbers, everything. So now I'm going to call A and B, something like that. Okay. Okay, so this is a very familiar slide. Everybody is saying that every lesson I show you. So this will also tells you how progress we are making from lesson 128, 129, 130. So we finished lesson 130. Now we are getting into lesson 131. And I calculate the nature of the Supreme Personality Godhead in the path of devotion. So more and more in depth, we are going to be discussing devotion, all right? Bhakti process. So this is about verse 23, 29. And again, the main thrust will be tomorrow, the second half of this particular lesson, all right? Today is going to be kind of like introducing the subject matter. So this red rectangular that you see, that's what is showing. Today we are going to do this sixth part of this series. And here is the overview of those lessons 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Okay. And this lesson, this verse 25 is also very, very important. Most likely we'll be doing tomorrow. I think tomorrow, day after tomorrow. Because first half we are going to do it today, and the second half, which is the deep philosophy, is involved. So that I'm preparing you for that for tomorrow's session. So if you go through that, it will help you to get out most of it tomorrow. So that's again, deep philosophy is involved. So 23 is about superiority of bhakti yoga that we have been hearing constantly. 24, understanding the divine nature and the knowledge. 25, the ignorance of the body, not the soul. So now this is where Shrutis are criticizing the Shad Darshana, not all entire Shad Darshana, first 5 of them. Last one is the Vedanta Sutra. That is more aligned. Of course, there also the version that devotees like. I'll give you the reference. You can read it. That it's very useful. That so that Vedanta Sutra, not the one given by the Mayavadis, right? The Vaishnava version of it. I'll give you the version of that for you to look, because that's beyond the scope of this lesson. Then verse 26, understanding the nature of reality. That is, again, we are going to talk more about the absolute truth. That is the reality. It's called reality, absolute truth. Bhagavan aspect of it more and more. The supremacy of bhakti in Vedic philosophy, the supreme controller in verse 28, and the nature. So 3 aspects we are going to really analyze deeply in these verses. Atman. Now, Atman, we are talking about both as Atma itself, the difference between Atma and Jivatman. Okay. When the soul, pure soul, and pure soul in material body, that is Jivatman. There's a fundamental difference, a fundamental way the Shrutis criticizing the Sharadarshana, the five philosophers, where they are going wrong. And then, of course, Atma's relationship with Paramatma, okay, vis-a-vis this physical body, the material, and this Maya, okay, Maya's influence, negative influence. Lord Narayana, the last one, text 29 in this group, the Jiva's relationship with material energy. So what Lord Narayana, that is Supreme Personal Godhead, on one hand, the interrelationship we have, Jivas have, vis-a-vis Maya. Okay, that aspect of it we are going to be discussing in verse 29. So I'm going to walk you through that, what we are going to be discussing then by tomorrow. So it's a composite outline, and I told you this is very important actually, and I wish I don't waste too much time on this, but if you really go through that, you'll get the idea how methodically I'm taking you forward, okay, through these different verses. Introduction, that actually introduction has already been done by this time. The engaging overview of Bhakti Yoga, the critical importance of exploring the nature of divinity alongside Bhakti, that we have already been hearing so far, and the roadmap, the GPS, of all these key themes and topics that will be delved into throughout these different verses. So I like to name it as GPS. So I'm taking you through this GPS. So if you have this GPS, you will follow it exactly how we are progressing. Superiority of Bhakti, and there are three subsections of it. The essential characteristics of the divine. So we are going to define clearest possible terms. Shrutis are doing that. Shrutis are doing it, and we are going along with it. How Shrutis are taken side by side, step by step, going to all the way to the end of all the verses, 50 verses. Perspective, already halfway we are approaching now. And you realize how much we have made progress, how much Shrutis have taken us forward on this. Perspective, so it is not just initial impression was that we are going to be listening all Bhakti, all the Brahman aspect of it, impersonal Brahman. No, very gradually and step by step, Shrutis has brought to the Bhakti platform Bhagavan realization point of view. Okay, and very defined way, Shruti has taken us from Brahman, Paramatman, and Bhagavan. More and more now we are entering to Bhagavan, but in between there's still some portion of Paramatman aspect of is remaining, because we need to. Shruti is going to entertain and enlighten us. What is a special relationship we have? Atma has a special relationship with Paramatman. The indispensable importance of the spiritual knowledge. Third aspect of it, understanding the divine nature and the knowledge. But this jnana is different than the philosophers use that, okay? There's a gulf of difference we are talking about. What are the subsection of it? The essential characteristics of the divine. Okay. Vedic perspective on divinity. Shrutis themselves are going to talk about that. The profound connection between spiritual knowledge, realization of that knowledge, jnana, vijnana, and the heartfelt devotion. Because with emotions in the heart, which is an integral part of our bhakti process, we are talking about. Moving onward, step 4, 5, 6 now, okay? The 9 parts. So, and corresponding verses are given in the parenthesis. Text 25, and that will be getting into it tomorrow. 26, 25, 26, 27, we are going to be talking tomorrow. Identifying common philosophical errors, criticizing those 5 Shad Darshana, Sankhya Darshana, Patanjali's yoga, all those. Analysis of misconception, philosophical dissections that we are going to hear about it from the Shruti's mouth. The necessity of aligning philosophy with Vedic teachings. So philosophy is important. Don't get discouraged about that. If you start falling in love with this philosophy, you can utilize that philosophy favorably in our thrust, okay, in our quest. 5th part, understanding the nature of reality. So now we are going to hear more and more about the Supreme, the interactions with us, comprehensive overview of the nature of reality. So very deeply, Shrutis are analyzing what exactly this absolute truth is all about. Insightful commentary from the Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. Very deep analysis. We're going to hear that. Harmonizing spiritual and material perspectives. How do we balance it at our neophyte stage? As neophyte, we need to have this pravritti marga, but you dovetail that pravritti marga to nivritti marga. Okay. 6th, the supremacy of bhakti in Vedic philosophy. So this is the in-depth exploration of bhakti. Very different angas of bhakti we'll be hearing. The persuasive case for bhakti as the superior path. The supremacy of bhakti vis-a-vis jnana and yoga platform. So that we'll be hearing. Because jnana, not everybody can do that. And it's very ardent process, very difficult process. The bhakti can, even a newcomer can do it very easy, okay? And make progress because there is a favorable push is coming from the Supreme Lord himself. And Shrutis are helping us. The inspirational case studies from scriptures. 7, 8, and 9. The Supreme Controller and the nature of divine. Here are the 3 subsections. Insights into the nature of the Supreme Controller. We are going to hear how he runs the universe and we are part of it. An exploration of divine senses. The intricate relationship between the Supreme and the Jivatma. So now, the most important part, we are going to hear Atma, first the Jivatman and Paramatman, difference between the two, vis-a-vis Maya's illusory influence. Maya controls us, but not the Supreme. In fact, Maya is subservient to the Supreme. And Shakshabhati, તમને ખબર છે પેલો શ્લોક, well famous, 7th chapter of Bhagavad Gita માં આવે છે, Maya metam tarantate.
देवी एषा गुणमयी मम माया दुरत्वया मामेव प्रपद्यन्ते मायामेतं तरन्ति ते.
Yeah, that's worse. Thank you. So, Supreme Maya is subservient to Lord, but Maya's job is a thankless job given to her for us, so controlling for that. Because we still have material desires, so she wants to facilitate. The only way we can enjoy material desires if she makes our face away from Krishna. That's why it's a thankless job. But and then we'll be also hearing a little bit about Mahamaya versus Yoga Maya, right? Mahamaya is for the non-devotees. Yoga Maya is for the devotees to participate, to facilitate the interrelationship between devotee and Bhagavan. Lord Narayana and the Jivatman's relationship with the material energy. So again, 3-way relationship, interrelationship that we're going to learn. the nature of the Lord Narayana, and this will continue in the next section also, right? It'll be going much depth, greater depth, but you need to understand the foundational principles that you need to learn in the next couple of days. Deepening the understanding of the embodied Atman and Jivatman. So now I told you Atman and Paramatman, okay, where these philosophers are going wrong, there is going to be spelled out analysis by Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. And then their misunderstanding between so Atman and Paramatman is one side, but even between Atman and Jivatman, there also we need to learn the distinctions. Okay, so that's very important part of it. Implications for spiritual practice and liberation. In final conclusion, recapping the major themes in the final text 133, second half of that session, which I call conclusion. All this we are going to be recapping important elements that we are walking through on this journey. Integrating Bhakti Yoga with a deeper understanding of the divine. So when we talk about Bhakti, the Supreme Lord is part and parcel of it. We cannot separate that. So that is the walk you through that. So I got about half an hour and to introduce you these verses, but the analysis of it going to be tomorrow. Okay, the second half of this lesson 131. But this first half, if you listen it carefully, it'll help you to grasp the deep philosophy. Tomorrow we'll get into it. How these Shrutis are methodically pointing out where the philosophers are going wrong. Okay. So here, text 23. The transformative power of remembering Bhagavan Shri Krishna. So see, very clearly Shrutis are entering at a Bhagavan level now. The demoniac adversaries of the Lord, such as, so here what we are going, so instead of reading, I'm going to just summarize, okay? So we can move forward faster. The reading is very important too, actually. Each and every line is very carefully written. Every line, every word I've used, very carefully chosen, okay? So here, what Shrutis are pointing out, that Krishna is so merciful even to the demons. And what is the underlying message that we are getting? In fact, there's a verse in the Bhagavatam, Narad Muni is saying to Vasudevji that Yena Kena Prakrane, somehow or other, you remember Krishna. That is itself is very, very greatly beneficial. So how do these demons also receive the mercy of the Supreme Lord? They were killed by him, okay? Kamsa and Shishupala. So sometimes we feel that it's not fair. If they get the same benefit as we, how is it possible? But there Narad Muni is talking about that. And again, in that context, that verse definition of pure bhakti, uttama bhakti, by Srila Rupa Goswami in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. What is that verse, Raksha Mataji? Anybody?
Anya Abhilashita Sunyam, Jnana Bhakti
The
Anavritam.
second part of that verse is important.
Anukulena Krishnanu.
Shilanam
Bhakti.
Then Anukulayena Krishnano, Shiladam Bhakti Uchyate, right? So that these demons are constantly remembering Kamsa is in great fear and Shishupala in great envy. They constantly remember him, but they get the result of that, favorable result to that. They get liberation, okay? So, but that bhakti, that remembrance is not anukulayena, not favorable to Krishna. So if you do it favorably at bhakti, devotees do that, so we get a higher result. We are not this liberation is just a side thing. We are getting liberated, but higher than that, we get to serve the Lord in loving devotional service that these demons don't get it. So that is going to be pointed out in this section of it. All right. So demonic adversaries of the Lord, such as Kamsa and Shishupala, exemplify the extraordinary mercy of the Supreme Lord. Anybody who is even killed by the Lord, they become free from material existence. So Krishna's presence holds remarkably, even they achieved as liberation by continually remembering Krishna, but not in a favorable way. Okay, one is in great fear, Kamsa, and the other one is with great envy. Okay, constantly they remembered Krishna. So that brought results, showcasing the profound hope and inspiration his existence can evoke, even amidst negative emotions like fear and envy. See that? So even the negative kind of way of serving the Lord, it still brings the result. So Krishna is that merciful, that compassionate. The B part of it, this underscores the fact. So this is a philosophical part of it, that Krishna's essence is so potent that those harboring. So this is what Narad Muni in the 7th canto is pointing out to Vasudevji, actually, that aspect of it. He underscores the fact that Krishna's essence is so potent that those harboring hostility towards him can still find liberation through their acknowledgement of him. It reveals the intricate nature of devotion and the varied motivation for remembrance. So this is what the devotees are doing that, and that's why Krishna is specially, even though he is impartial, samaha sarveshu bhuteshu, nonetheless, he is favorably inclined towards the devotees, juxtaposing two paths in spiritual awakening. So this Jnana Yoga, as I told you, this is not everything negative about it, Jnana Yoga. Okay? Jnana Yoga also can be favorably used by the devotees, all right, but not philosophical kind of mental speculation. Prabhupada, actually, one of the purport in Bhagavad Gita talks about that. Generally, speculative kind of way doing that is not favorable for bhakti. But if your philosophy is within the framework of the scriptures, okay, in a bhakti way, then that is allowed. See, our acharyas, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, Sri Swami, all these things are giving philosophy, of course, no doubt about it. And sometimes they mix, even go beyond that, but their speculation is within the framework of the scriptures. Okay, that's why it is doable. Actually, that is commendable. So in that aspect of Jnana Yoga, devotees can utilize that. So this path centers in intellectual knowledge, and that's why the भगवान ने हमें बुद्धि दी है. बुद्धि किस लिए दी है? To utilize for the pursuit of knowledge. Knowledge, that is Bhagavad Tattva Vijnanam, science of Krishna, to understand Krishna, to understand and analyze his pastimes. That's why we need this jnana. Okay. So there is a positive aspect of it. Don't think negative about it. So this path centers on intellectual knowledge and meditative practices aimed at realizing the impersonal Brahman. So impersonal Brahman also can be studied by the devotees. Okay, and that's why I told you that about the Vedanta Sutra, why it's so important for all of us to learn in such great depth as we have been studying Bhagavatam. Vedanta Sutra is part of it, actually. That's why I'm inclined to do it. But until middle of 2026, we are not going to get that far. Now, hopefully by that time, I'll be toward the tail end of my writing my thesis, The sages commit themselves to discipline yoga, and same way about yoga. It's a mechanical process. As tomorrow we'll be hearing, Shrutis are criticizing heavily Patanjali Yoga. In fact, Patanjali Yoga is a very good. In fact, I took a course and I think gave you also, that course, Patanjali Yoga System. And part of the, when we'll be doing this Bhikshu Gita about the mind, role of the mind, we'll get into that more, so that even the Patanjali Yoga System, Shrutis are criticizing, but we can utilize it for our purpose in a way to make progress on devotional platform. Okay, because we need to control our mind, but that's a mechanical process. We ought to do it by bhakti process. So bhakti yoga is everywhere. It is still continuing on bhakti platform. All other paths must come to bhakti platform in the end. In Bhagavad Gita, look, Krishna is taking Arjuna step by step manner. Karma yoga, jnana yoga, yoga, and then so that's called yoga ladder. Ultimately coming the 18th chapter is coming to the bhakti platform. Sarva dharman paritejya mam ekam sharanam vraja am tvam sarva papepi mokshasmi ma sucha. So that platform, when somebody ends with that last, that means that's the most important part of it. So bhakti is the ultimate path to attain Krishna. So in contrast, this passage relevant the path to bhakti directed towards Krishna. It's a remarkably inclusive approach. See that this is a very carefully chosen words. Inclusive approach. Nothing is excluded. Even those with mundane hearts, including demons, can attain liberation through the simple act of remembrance. So remembering is the most important element of it. Okay, but we remember Krishna from a different perspective than non-devotees do. The powerful distinction underscores the immense value and accessibility of bhakti yoga. See this buddhi, as I've been using my buddhi, my intelligence, writing these PowerPoints, analyzing this deep philosophy, that is part of jnana actually, But you see, I'm utilizing as a tool in making progress on the bhakti platform and help you, all of you, to understand. So that is a jnana portion of it actually. So this is text 23, the superiority of bhakti yoga over jnana yoga. So now, in what way and how bhakti is superior to jnana? That's what we are hearing now. So Shrutis are going to take some time to take us through that path. Okay, so it's a little detour. The desire for Krishna's divine association. So that desire ought to be there. Okay, the personified Shrutis express a profound yearning to experience divine conjugal love. So that is why now they are expressing desire. They wanted to have this conjugal love for Krishna, and they express desire that they want to become a gopis. So Krishna is actually giving that. Even the most difficult aspect of it, to become a gopi, is extremely top platform. It's not possible for everyone, but here Krishna is inclined, and Krishna actually gave benediction, and the Shrutis themselves became born as gopis in Braja and then participate in Krishna's Rasa Leela. So that gopis, Krishna's most devoted female followers, share with him. So they aspire to captivate, to cultivate to the same rich and intimate relationship that blossom from loving devotion. So that is the ultimate objective, and the Shrutis are saying that. So Shrutis, these Vedas, are just not just dry philosophy. Actually, if you really devote your efforts studying the Vedas, Shrutis, it's a greatly beneficial. Fourth, spiritual aspiration and austerities. Austerities will, of course, be required at every step of the way, no doubt about it, but that austerities, it's actually a joyfully performed. Like we do this Ekadasi, it's not out of reluctance we are doing. Ekadasi purifies us. The personified Shrutis propose that by following in the footsteps of the Vrajagopis' dedication and engaging in sincere austerities, Gopis did perform austerities too, right? They gave up everything for the sake of Krishna. One can forge a similar connection with Krishna. This profoundly highlights the supremacy of devotion over mere philosophical inquiry. So, philosophical inquiry, as I told you, is not a dry philosophy. You utilize it as a tool to make progress on the bhakti platform, on the path of bhakti. So, I'm trying to make that distinction very clear to all of you. Don't just discard, but utilize it as a tool to make progress on bhakti. So, understand this deep philosophy. You need a jnana, Buddhi is given for that purpose. So utilize your buddhi given not for any other purpose, make promotions on your job and everything. That is there. But main purpose of buddhi is for this purpose. So this profoundly highlights the supremacy of devotion over mere philosophy. So it's not a dry process. That's what I'm trying to make a distinction. Philosophy is not a dry process. Steering seekers toward a more fulfilling spiritual energy, spiritual journey. Fifth, Krishna's promises of divine love. So since Krishna is helping us, the divine love is coming from him, but the desire must come from our heart through our emotions. Intense desire. Krishna replies to the heartfelt wishes of the Shrutis, and he's giving the benediction. Yes, you will come born as the gopis, and you will enjoy time with me. He guarantees that they will reincarnate as Viraj gopis when the opportune moment arrives, showcasing the transform. So again, see the word transformative potential comes. Transformative potential for deep devotion. The advanced bhakti platform, that is what they're going to transform our very self right in front of our eyes. And that is Bhakti Avagamam. That means you in ninth chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna tells that you can actually realize that you are making progress. The superiority of Bhakti Yoga over Jnana Yoga and the divinity of Shri Krishna. So very step by step, Shrutis are taking us that process, that path. Philosophical insights into the personal devotion. Personal devotion means now making progress from impersonal Brahman realization to come into partial personal realization as Paramatman, and then ultimately full Bhagavan realization. So this text powerfully argues that personal devotion to Krishna transcends the impersonal realization of Brahman. So everybody is ultimately going to make progress. Even the Gyanis, even though their goal is just liberation. Cultivating a richer, so that's what the yoga ladder is all about. That we learn in our Bhakti Shastri course, right? Yoga ladder, emotional and the rational connection with the divine. Seventh part, the accessibility of the divine grace. So the divine grace is always required, and Krishna is with us. That is the beauty part of it. We are not alone on this path. All the time, Krishna is helping us to make progress. And he is very pleased when we make progress by his mercy. Everything that we need is being provided to us. All the empowerment comes our way, so on like that. Look at this 82-year-old guy being able to utilize his brain to analyze all this deep philosophy. How is it possible for an 82-year-old guy? It's because of Krishna, Lord, and his devotee's mercy. spiritual realization is portrayed. So both physical stamina is I'm getting from him, and intellectual thrust is also I'm getting from him. Spiritual realization is portrayed as attainable for all. Everybody is capable of doing that. And everybody is going to be getting the thrust from the Supreme Lord, regardless of past actions. Jo kuch hua wo hua. We cannot undo it, right? But learn from it and make progress through the practice of remembrance and dedicated devotion. So remembrance is always very important. This sense of divine relationship. So more and more we learn about Krishna, more and more we fall in love with him because of his very transcendental nature. How so loving personality he is. And through learning from his how he interacts with the other devotees in the Bhagavatam, that we hear all the stories, we get to learn so deeply about his very nature, what kind of heart he has. First 9 cantos we learn about his different expansions, different incarnations. Even in animal form he comes, he remains the supreme. But when 10th canto is all about himself, how he actually interacts, how his heart, what is the way he does, everything in intimate detail, we learn that if only you pay attention to it and analyze it. And by the help of these Shrutis, by the Bhagavatam, created by the devotee Srila Vyasadeva, and coming through this Guru Parampara, disciplic succession. So even though Krishna is not in front of us, we are getting the same knowledge, same mercy, everything, even today to us, even at the neophyte stage. That's the beauty part of it. Even the newcomers is very dear to Krishna. Okay, let me take again some break and wait for your questions, comments. Haribol?
No, continue, Prabhu. It's fine.
Continue.
Yes, please.
Yes, Prabhuji, this is so wonderful. Narration, whatever you are giving, Prabhu. So
I want to
nice.
make sure that you understand everything what I'm telling you.
Yes, Prabhu. You able to follow,
So far,
Prabhu?
clear, Prabhu.
All right. Okay. So shall I move forward now?
Yes, Prabhu. Yes.
Okay. All right. So did we discuss? Yeah. Understanding the divine existence. So this section underscores the profound challenge of comprehending God. So challenge there, Krishna is not easily knowable. Okay. How to know who is unknowable? Only if the unknowable is willing to reveal himself. And that's what Krishna is doing. If you show that intensity of desire. The section underscores the profound challenge of comprehending God. Comprehending means understanding God, who existed before time and creation. Chatushloki Bhagavatam verse. At the same way, Chatushloki Bhagavad Gita verse. Yeah. When nothing was there, he was there. And he will be there when everything ends. It powerfully contrasts the fleeting nature of human life with the eternal, boundless nature of the divine, so that we have limited time. Make the best of it, make progress. And Krishna tells Arjuna, even though when we do not reach to the completion, if we are not successful in getting the perfection, don't worry about it. He will give us the birth in such a way, in such a family, and such a body he will give you that you continue from the point you left off. Nothing is lost. So that's the great part of it. And other thing we learned from the Bhagavatam, from all the stories about the different devotees, that he keeps certain memories of this lifetime that is spent in bhakti in the next lifetime. So that memory will be there too also. That is great mercy also. Look at that, all the great devotees, even the animal form, Gajendra, he remembered he was a devotee great, the other the Vritrasura, all the great, Krishna has given them the memory power. Bharat Maharaj, Jada Bharata, he remembered it before in previous life, the mistake that he made. He was born, take a body of a deer, but even the deer form he remembered previous life. So that's the great mercy of him. The significance of the Vedas in the Bhakti Yoga. According to Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, unlike the path of Jnana Yoga, philosophically, speculative knowledge, which is undeniably arduous, it is difficult for other processes. The Bhakti is easy, everybody can do it. Not everybody can do it, the Jnana, but the path of Bhakti emerges are not only the most accessible, but also the most dependable means to attain realized knowledge of Sri Krishna and achieve liberation. Now, liberation, I already told you, our goal is higher than that. So the Shrutis are revered. Revered means worshipped. Shruti just as if the means to attain Sri Krishna as the ultimate source of divine wisdom, guiding sincere seekers. So the sincerity of purpose is required at every step of the way. You need to be sincere, honest about it. The veil of illusion. Despite the availability of sacred scriptures, the Jivas, embodied souls with this material body, face substantial barrier in truly understanding Krishna due to the material coverings, this material body, material existence that shroud their perceptions. Nonetheless, he sends a devotees, high-class devotees in our life. When he realizes that we really want to come to him, that desire must be expressed outwardly, and that devotee association will help. At the time of cosmic dissolution, when God retracts all of creation, including us, we go into the body of Mahavishnu because we have not reached the perfection. So all the karmas, dormant karmas, are going to be activated and put us in the womb of the Prakriti, and we get a proportionate material body we get, depending on what desires that we have forgotten. As a Paramatma, he also reminds us what our unfulfilled desires were there in previous life. But now our unfulfilled desire was to make perfection in bhakti in this very life. So that will be helpful. So a deeper analysis, difference between Atman and Jivatman, and then Jivatman and Paramatman, and then interrelation with Jivatman, Paramatman, and Bhagavan. All these things are going to be analyzed, and the Shrutis are going to help us understand. And that's why we need Buddhi. Exploring divine nature and knowledge. Final reflections on the quest for knowledge. The passage passionately implores individuals to forego the pursuit of divine knowledge through mere philosophical inquiry. So see that philosophical inquiry is there, all right? But now this is coupled with bhakti process. So jnana and bhakti exclusively in this particular way that I'm defining you, it's not something that we should give up. Of course, pure bhakti is, Srila Rupa Goswami says, jnana karma anavritam, right? But we are talking about speculative philosophical knowledge. Here is not speculative. Everything is given in the Shastra, Shrutis. What Shrutis are saying, we need to focus and meditate on that. Then that portion of jnana, bhakti, jnana It's not Jnana Kanda anymore. In fact, that is the Jnana Yoga. When it is yoga word is attached to the Kanda is removed, then that is taking us to the Bhakti platform ultimately. Topmost ladder, topmost rung of the ladder. It powerfully emphasizes the inherent limitations of human intellect in grasping the sense of the divine, given our transient existence in contrast to Bhagwan's eternal presence. So this is what flashing red light is here. Okay, we don't want to become jnanis, but we want to go through Jnanapath because of purpose is to come to Bhakti platform, make progress, advancement on Bhakti platform. For that purpose, the Buddhi is given and we are utilizing on a Jnana path. So Jnana is just as a vehicle to come to make progress on the Bhakti platform. So don't misconstrue me, all right? Deep philosophy, because I'm using that my intelligence exactly, and I feel I'm making progress on Bhakti platform, and that is avagamam. That means you know already you're making progress. You realize that, as Krishna himself says in 9th chapter in Bhagavad Gita. The text that the divine transcends human understanding and cannot be fully comprehended. So of course Krishna completely, no one knows Krishna completely because he is unlimited and we are limited, severely limited. But even a tiny bit atomic way we learn about him, that's a greatly beneficial for us. And he gives ability comes from him to know him more as he reveals himself through his internal potency. The text posits that divine transcends human understanding and cannot be fully apprehended through conventional means. True insight is gained through the heart's devotion. Heart devotion means emotions. An emotion invariably will come. Every aspect of bhakti process, emotions will come. Just looking at the Sri Vigraha, devotion, emotion will come. Reading these wonderful, wonderful, sweet pastimes that Krishna enacts with his devotees, reading that, it'll stir emotional waters in our heart, It creates the waves. This viewpoint champions the acceptance of our moral limitations when confronted with the grandeur of Krishna's eternal infinite nature. We are limited, no doubt about it, right? But we are part and parcel of Krishna. So nothing is impossible for him to give us whatever we need. But the desire must come from us. Exploring divine nature and knowledge continues. This is the sixth and final point in that. The illustrative scriptural evidence from, so anything and everything that Srila Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur says in his commentary, he backs it up with relevant scriptural references. So I've not omitted that portion of it. Of course, this one I'm giving you, I'm using it for my thesis, but you get the benefit of it also. So it's authenticated by different scriptures. Thus, learned men describe the birth and activities of the unborn and inactive, which is undiscoverable even in the Vedic literature. He is the Lord of the heart. This is Bhagavatam. This verse vividly illustrates that the Lord conceals himself within the profound depth of Vedic sound. So the Shabda Pramana, Krishna is there in an invisible way, right there, okay, alluding to the sacred vibrations, sound vibration, spiritual vibration, and verses of the Vedas that encapsulate the transformative. Again, it's the word transformative. All the time, every second we are on this bhakti platform, we are transforming. Our heart is being transformed completely. Rigveda, the oldest, this verse provocatively raises significant queries about the genesis of creation and grapples with the capacity of demigods and brings to decipher these mysteries. So all these mysteries are step by step is being revealed to a devotee. Nothing is kept hidden for us, no secret for us. Conclusion. So this revision seeks to deliver the sense of the passage with an enhanced persuasive impact, illuminating the Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's reflections on the nature of the divine, the constraints of human understanding. Yes, we are limited. We have limited intelligence. We have a tiny brain, and we want to study something such great. Okay, but even the tiny bit we get the taste of it, some useful, very, very tasty, sweet dish. We may not get the whole plate, but the little piece that may have been served to us, that's great. Experience the taste of it. So we are getting the taste of Bhakti Yoga at this level. Okay, so now this portion, I want to reserve it tomorrow discussion. So this is what I like you to go through this slide. This gives an overview of it, what we are going to hear from second half of this lesson, all right? And what way, how the Shrutis are going to criticize this Shad Darshana, the five of the Shad Darshana, five of the six Darshana, namely, this is given Vaisheshiki, Nyaya, Sankhya, Patanjali's yoga system, and this Purva or Karma Mimamsha, Jaimini Rishi. Now, Mimamsha, the Sanskrit word Mimamsha means inquiry. This Purva Mimamsha, initial inquiries. Okay, where Jaimini Rishi is talking about all about karmas. Just enjoy the best what you have, and everything's to that effect. He doesn't go beyond that. Okay, so what are the limitations in that? Is Shrutis are going to point out that Karma Mimamsa philosophy is refuting that. The Shrutis are refuting that, and it's distinguished from Uttar Mimamsha. Purva Mimamsha is before, Uttar Mimamsha comes after that, and that is Vedanta Sutra. And that is Vaishnava philosophy is aligned to that Uttar Mimamsha, Vedanta Sutra. Not the Mayavadi version of it, but the Vaishnava version of the Vedanta Sutra. That, if Krishna permits, I'll conduct a full course on that. Hopefully the second half of 2026. Understanding how the Shrutis categorically refute the five philosophies in terms of their claims. So we are going to go tomorrow, and there is some kind of deep philosophies involved. Okay, and again, in what particular way Atman, Jivatman, Jivatman and Paramatman, and then Paramatman to Bhagavan, all these different things that are going to be spelled out by the Shrutis, and that is what we are going to be discussing in the second half. And of course, it will continue all the way. Key points to grasp. So that's very important part of it. What is to be learned in this? Key points to grasp in the understanding of the fallacies of philosophy. What are the fallacies? Dualistic misconception and ignorance. The impact on Jivatman, the embodied Atman. They wrongly misconstrue even Atman. They think they differentiate consciousness from the activity. Actually, soul has the consciousness, but it is also participating in the activity. They are saying activity is performed by the body, right? Material body, but material body is a dead. It's a jada padartha. Okay, it needs to be just like a computer. It's a machine, but machine cannot work without a soul. Computer programmer is there. Okay, so that's why the soul Atman is also active through his body. The body is controlled by him, under the direction of the Superman, Paramatman, super soul. So you need to understand that. And we are going to go through that methodically, step by step, tomorrow. Okay. So look at this. Dualistic misconception and ignorance going to be spelled out by the Shrutis. Impact on Jivatman, the embody the Atman versus Paramatman, and then Lord Narayana. Okay, the transcendence of the Paramatman, that's Lord Narayana, because that's the Kshirodaksha Vishnu is the one who is in Paramatma. Actually, it's given literally a thumb size in our heart. And again, we learned from last week's lesson, of course, the perception of super soul is depending upon what level of consciousness we are. Okay, those beginners, their consciousness of super soul is limited to just a tummy, eating food, enjoying the food and things like that, right? But then slowly rises upward, coming to the heart, and ultimately, of course, Brahmarandra, in the skull, So there is a clear distinction between Atman, Jivatman, and Paramatman that we are going to hear. Corresponding to the Prakriti's three gunas, illusory influence, how to get around that, all these things we are going to hear. Role of the physical body and the gunas. So the role of the Maya we are going to hear, modes of material nature. And if you don't utilize this knowledge, what are the consequences? That also Shrutis are pointing out to that. Failure of these five philosophies, all these things. Okay, so all these philosophies are given there. See that? We are going to go in detail about all this claim, price, everything. Haribol. I want to end here and take questions. So because we're going to go through this, see that each of these philosophies, what are the claims and how the Shrutis are refuting that. Hare Krishna. All right. Any questions? We have at least 15 minutes. Where is everybody gone?
Yes,
Am I
Prabhuji,
disconnected?
we are here only.
Okay. I thought I'm getting disconnected or what?
No, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Thank you, Prabhuji. We are slowly digesting all this and we keep reading so we can get more clarity.
Thank you. एक बार जोजो slide, okay? कल जब discuss करसुन ना, go through all the slides, then become familiar.
Prabhuji.
When we talk about it, then you'll get more out of it.
પ્રભુજી ઓનલી એક ટેક અવે એવો છે કે આપણે આપણા શરીરનો બેસ્ટ ઉપયોગ કરવાનો છે બસ. જે બુદ્ધિ ઇન્દ્રિય મન પ્રાણ જે આપ્યા છે એનો સારામાં સારો ઉપયોગ કરી ભક્તિનો આપણે વધારવાની છે અંડર ધ ગાઈડન્સ ઓફ સિનિયર ડિવોટીઝ અંડર ધ ગાઈડન્સ ઓફ ગુરુ શિષ્ય પરંપરા. એટલું મને ખ્યાલ આવી ગયો છે બસ પ્રભુજી.
Very good. That's exactly what's needed. Yeah. We make effort. It's up to the Supreme, right?
Yes, Prabhuji.
And it'll make it possible for us. Even though we may not be qualified, it makes it possible.
આપણે વધારે ને વધારે ડિઝાયર રાખવાની છે.
Yeah. ઈચ્છા જોઈએ છે, ઈચ્છા શક્તિ.
હા, પ્રભુજી. Thank you, Prabhuji.
So just now, Prabhuji, that differentiation dualities like consciousness and activities. Activities means doing something, right? So how you differentiate it? I did not understand that.
We are going to hear tomorrow when Shrutis are going to be talking about because these philosophers, they are saying this consciousness, the soul is not active, so they are differentiating consciousness from action. And Shrutis are saying, no, soul also is very active because the body is doing that, but just as a tool or vehicle, is controlling by the conscious entity that is with the soul, Atman.
Okay. So it is saying that only body doesn't do as per karmas or all that, but soul is also conscious of that. That is how will you understand? Okay.
The soul is conscious what are the actions to be done, and under what consciousness, material consciousness or spiritual consciousness. Okay.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
it's a two-way traffic.
Mhm.
It's a two-way traffic. If the body is ruling, desires is too powerful. And look at the questions of uh, uh, the Jadbharat was put by King Rahugana, right? That ultimately soul is impressed. Why we feel miserable then? We as the soul. So that Jadbharat is explaining that if we misidentify, that's the problem. We misidentify our bodily senses, then we come into the material consciousness because the Maya has three gunas. But if we are remain on the bhakti platform, then Krishna help us to remain on spiritual consciousness and make progress on that.
Yeah.
Then we control the actions of our body. He
Yes.
gives us the ability to control our body
Control the body.
because Paramatman is there. He is giving the guidance to the soul how to utilize his body and bodily senses. So again, that's a body-mind complex. Engage it in Krishna's service. Every indriyas, all the 10 indriyas can be utilized in rendering bhakti process. So these actions are actually done by the soul, Atman, that the Shrutis are pointing out. And that's
Is it done, Prabhuji? Can we say done, or is it conscious that soul is a conscious what is happening? Activities that those are taking.
No, is very clearly Shrutis are pointing out that soul is the doer in that sense. Yeah, the 327 verse is saying ultimately the modes are doing, all right? But if you are in spiritual consciousness, where the modes, material nature has no jurisdiction.
Yeah.
Right? But if you are in material consciousness, then the modes are ruling. You see the distinction now?
Yeah, yes, Prabhuji. Thank you.
So in that way, soul is the doer also. But he is following the direction, whatever he's doing under the Paramatman's directions. Now ultimately, of course, Krishna's internal potency is taking over. When he makes progress on the bhakti platform. And devotee association, everything, all this helpful. Constant study of the Bhagavatam, Nityam Bhagavat Sevaya, Nityam Bhagavatam Sevaya. Book Bhagavat and the devotee Bhagavat. Any other points, questions?
Prabhuji, it means we have to systematically use our free will.
Yes.
Either we have to go to material world or spiritual world. In the
12th canto, I give the whole session on this free will, divine will. Remember, there's a free will is given and there's a divine will. Okay. And then there's a destiny. What is destined for us? So there's a three-way struggle is there. So that thing I will analyze in great detail in the final canto. I believe the 11th canto or 12th canto it is there. PowerPoints are already there. Okay, any other questions, points? Others,
So wonderful
I'd
session,
like to
Prabhu.
hear from somebody else.
Yeah. So wonderful session, Prabhu. No,
Thank you,
actually, it
Professor.
is a very depth philosophy, Prabhu, but you made it simple through PowerPoints, Prabhu. So that is what I could
Our
understand.
acharyas are helping us to understand that.
Yeah, it is so heavy philosophy, actually.
But you have to read the Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's commentary. Some of the commentaries are so long.
So
you
long.
really carefully read every word of it and then put it in words.
Yes, Prabhu.
That's where the buddhi is coming. Okay.
But it is also
Thank
called
you.
Sat Buddhi.
શું કીધું તમે હમણાં સમજો ને મેં
સતબુદ્ધિ આપણે ભગવાને કહ્યું અમને સતબુદ્ધિ આપો બુદ્ધિ
સદબુદ્ધિ
બધા
ક્યારે
પાસે
આવે?
છે પણ
પણ
બુદ્ધિ
બુદ્ધિને
બધા
આપણે
પાસે
ભગવાનના જે બી કામમાં ભગવાનમાં વાપરીએ આપણે ભગવાનના કામમાં it is spiritualized.
Prabhuji.
Everything is spiritualized. Sanjeev Prabhuji, you have any questions, comments? अर्चना माता जी, शरद प्रभु जो नहीं है तो आप उसका पाठ लीजिए.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What I'm saying that I'm missing Sharad Prabhuji. So you do the role of Sharad Prabhuji now. What you'd like to offer? Give us some indications.
Okay, I just now couldn't hear you, so I thought. So very wonderful session, Prabhu. I know it's very deep philosophy, but you have done this course before about Paramatma and Jivatma and
When we did Sandarbhas, we went with great length, but that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
That was a long
I
time.
was not there, Prabhu, at that time.
Were you with us away at that time when I did Sandarbhas?
No, Prabhu, I was not. I was not there, Prabhu, at that time.
All 6 Sandarbhas we did at great length.
Yeah.
Paramatma Sandarbha.
So is this very similar to that, Prabhu? Is this?
No, it's not at that great depth. Obviously, in one chapter, how much you can do that, But we get the main thrust of it, the major elements. Now, this is in this chapter we are reading from the perspectives of this Shrutis.
Yes, but perspective of Shrutis should be in line with the Sandarbhas.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Yeah. But in Jiva Goswami goes at great length. A lot of research he had done that, Paramatma Sandarbha is all about this, how Paramatma functions and his interrelationship with the Atmans,
That's what we are doing here also. Today also we did that. Interrelationship of Jivatma and Paramatma. Tomorrow also I think similar.
Yeah. This will continue all the way through the 50th verse.
Yes.
I was working this afternoon, the whole day I was working on verse 36. That is you ought to really read that, my PowerPoint related to the verse 36. It's already been uploaded. Yesterday I did that.
Okay, we will see.
Afternoon I did that.
Very wonderful.
Mataji, even at our Bhakti Shastra link, you can go through the previous videos also, Prabhuji's, on Shad Sandarbha. PPTs are there.
Yes, PPTs I can go to. And that time I think recording was not there, no?
No, but that remember 6 Sandarbhas. Each Sandarbhas are very long, So a lot
Sanjeev
of
Prabhu,
time.
recording was done at that time? No, I think, right? Class was
No,
recorded.
Mataji, we did not have Prabhuji, we did not have recording at that point. But
So only the slides will be there, right?
Only slides. Yeah. Unfortunately, at that time there was no Zoom. It was very difficult.
Yes, Prabhu.
Like I think there were some recordings Prabhuji might have done on his own laptop. That can be there, but there was no Zoom, no Google.
Yes, yes. Understand.
Anyway, so very difficult to fill in shoes of Sarat Prabhu, and that too unplanned. So we'll try tomorrow. But I like the word what Raksha Mataji used, systematic. So we have to systematically train ourselves and be more Krishna conscious, systematically apply that. So very thoughtful.
We are helping. We help each other. We help each other. And then again, every time I think about it, I spent. I every time Sanjay Prabhuji comes to my mind. Everything, all this thing we are here today is because of him.
Oh, no.
He created
All
this.
glories to Sanjeev Prabhu.
Such a wonderful.
Big Hari Bol, Prabhuji.
I mean, his contribution is enormous.
So again, a wonderful class, and as Prasad Prabhu said, I just repeating that today that difficult, complex topic, but put together very well structured. And even Mataji's recap was very good also. That was in Lamini.
Prabhu, so tomorrow are we coming at the same time? Which
Yes,
time?
What
for
time
me,
you guys?
for US time is the same time. For you, it's 1 hour early.
We can say that
So
you
I
are the
think
one who changed it.
5:30
in the
Prabhuji.
past, in past we
It's US
decided
time which has
it's
changed. Our time doesn't change.
Prabhuji,
for-
it means we have to log in 5:30.
Yeah, I
that
think
depends on Charu Prabhu. I think previously we decided we will not change for India. You will log in early. But if you want to change, we are okay. You tell
I
us.
can do that if you want me to do. Do you want to do that?
Yes,
My
Prabhu,
preference
I
is
think
same 6:30 for India, but yeah.
5:30 is very difficult.
So I have to come 1 hour late, I think. Instead of 9
1
o'clock, 10
hour
o'clock.
early,
1
Prabhuji. You
hour
have to
early.
log
Prabhuji,
in 8.
if
No,
it is
it's not
6:30 in India, it is 8 o'clock. We have to log in. 8 o'clock.
Are you sure you check? Do you check that?
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
1
You
and a
came
half hour
late today,
difference.
Prabhu.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Then next week we'll do that.
Tomorrow.
પ્રભુજી આજે અમે
No,
6:30 સાથે જ છે 6:30 લોગિન થયા છે.
next week से रखे अपने next week we'll I will log in 1 hour early. Okay, so for me it's 8 o'clock. If
Yes.
But what about tomorrow, Prabhu? We have tomorrow also, no?
Tomorrow I got few things to do.
Okay, so tomorrow you want us to log in early. Okay.
My bank account, everything is frozen now. I will solve that problem. So no more checks are coming now. The
Sanjay
bills
Prabhu
are
will
paid.
go 1 hour later, I think.
I think for me is 1 hour later. I think not 8 o'clock. I'll check double check.
Oh, so for us tomorrow it's what time?
7:30.
7:30 પ્રભુજી.
Okay.
તમારા માટે like today you keep it for tomorrow, okay? But next week onwards we'll change the time. I'll find out for sure what will be my time it will be.
Okay.
You want 6:30, right? Your time, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
that will be 8 o'clock for you.
8 o'clock for me.
Yes.
Okay,
So-
then fine. That's good then. Because right now it's approaching midnight for me.
Yes.
11:30. Okay.
પ્રભુજી અમારે અહીંયા 10 વાગવા આવી ગયા છે સવારના.
Okay,
And for me it's 12:30.
okay, let's conclude the class.
Archana Mataji, please do Narsimha prayer.
Okay. Namaste Narasimhaya Dalhadalhadadai Hiranyatashi Purvakshaha Shiratankanakhalaya Ito Narasimha Parato Narasimha Yato Yato Yami Tato Narasimha Bahi Narasimha Hrudaye Narasimha Narasimha Madhim Sharanam Prasade Tava Kara Kamala Varenatha Adbhuta Shringam Dalita Hiranya Kashipu Tanu Brindam Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare Swami Jai Jagadish Hare Jaya Narasimha Jaya Narasimha Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jai Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jai Jai Prabhupada नरसिम्हदेव भगवान की जय भक्तराज प्रहलाद महाराज की जय तीर्थ गुरु श्री प्रभुपाद की जय ऑल डिवोटीज की जय हरे कृष्णा
Thank you everyone. Hare Krishna.
Thank
Hare
you.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you,
Krishna,
Prabhu.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mata. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you Prabhuji. Wonderful class. Thank you Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you, Mataji.
So Mataji, tomorrow we will join at 6:30 or 7:30 Mataji.
Tomorrow 7:30 Mataji. That is what is Prabhuji has confirmed.
Okay. Okay.
Regular time right now, but next week we'll change 1 hour early for you. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
Prabhuji.
early will be better. Okay, we have to go for Bhagavatam class.
Okay,
All right.
Prabhuji.
Okay. Thank you. Bye.